following is a presentation of Bourne Braves Baseball, the 2009 Cape Cod League champions.
The 2021 season was a year of unprecedented success for the Bourne Braves.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and the Bourne Braves are off to a perfect 5-0 start in 2021.
Oh my goodness, the Braves do it again! Win number 20 in the most dramatic fashion.
0-1 and Wallace sends a drive into left field. The Braves have won it!
After a 24-9-3 regular season earned the Bravos the President's Trophy, the Braves battled all the way to the CCBL Championship Series.
Swing and a miss! For the first time since 2017, the Bourne Braves punched their ticket to the big dance.
But the team came up just 2 games short.
Brewster defeats Bourne in the Championship Series of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Now, as the calendar flips to 2022, a slew of fresh faces come to Lowell Park, including the man in charge.
The Bourne Braves have hired Scott Landers as the team's new field manager.
And with him comes just one returning star.
Smacked into right center, that's going to get down. The 4th RBI for Joshua Moylan.
But that doesn't mean the Braves aren't loaded from top to bottom.
This one taken high and deep to left. Is that going to get out of here? Jumping up, it's gone!
And swings, broken bat, lofted into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Swing and a miss, strike three.
It's a brand new full season of Bourne Braves baseball, and it starts right now.
It all comes down to this, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't get much better as we're in game number 44 of 44. The President's Trophy on the line, the number 1 seed in the playoffs for the West on the line as the Kettleers take on the Bourne Braves. I'm Max Tanzer, joined alongside Calvin Cristoforo. And Calvin, after a 4-3 win yesterday against Hyannis, the Braves have a chance to repeat their title as the best in the West here.
Oh, you better wake up and butter your breads with both sides today because this is a big-time contest. The Braves and Kettleers, you call it Game 44, call it Game 163, call it a wild card matchup. It doesn't get much better than this, but the thing that you got to keep in the back of your head when you talk about this game, in the long haul, both teams would rather lose this game and win the last game of the playoffs than win this game and lose the last game of the playoffs. So the mindset has to be, this game would be good, but we have bigger goals than just winning this contest. Go out there, try to win, put your front foot forward, and if you lose, you can't keep your head down because Hyannis is waiting to knock you off tomorrow. If you win, you can't get too high. You get the President's Trophy for the 2nd straight season, you get fired up, but you got to get ready tomorrow to play Falmouth. I'll tell you this much, Max. Tomorrow's game means a lot more than this game does tonight. So as big as this game is, tomorrow is so much bigger. And I'm not saying you have to go out there and not play 100%, play really hard, try to win this game. Of course you do. But no, in the grand scheme of things, this game's important, but not colossal.
Absolutely, and you touched on it. The winner will play 4-seeded Falmouth tomorrow. The loser will play Hyannis. And again, both have played the Braves quite tightly this year. The Braves have had some success against the Harbor Hawks this season. But they'll look to pick up a big win against the Kettleers tonight. They're 2-3 against them this summer. The Kettleers going with a bullpen game. The Braves going out with the NAIA Pitcher of the Year in Rob Adams, who was just tremendous in his last outing and first start against Harwich.
And you say Kituit's going out for a bullpen game here. I don't know how long the Braves are going to keep Adams in. Yes, he was really good. 6 innings in his last appearance. But I don't think he's going to go that long. I wouldn't be surprised if they max him out at 3 innings, whether it's going great or not going good at all. I think tonight they have to keep everyone ready to go for the postseason. That includes the starter Adams. So I wouldn't be surprised if it turns into kind of a bullpen game for the Braves as well today. And when you look up and down the Braves bullpen, there's a lot of new names that you don't recognize. You don't want to throw them right into the fire and get those new Bravos their first appearance in the Braves uniform in the first round of the playoffs. So I think we're going to see a lot of different pitchers for both sides today, and I think we're going to see a lot of guys making their Braves debut coming out of Scott Lander's bullpen.
No doubt about that. And the wrinkle in this one, this game was supposed to be played on Tuesday, but due to rain was postponed and is rescheduled to tonight on what was supposed to be a day off before the playoffs started for the Braves and Kettleers. Instead, they have to play tonight. And they went with that bullpen approach yesterday with Box, Rucker, Grundy, Fisher, and then Duffy closing things out, and it worked very well. So we'll see if Landers sticks with that tonight. We're going to take a quick break here, but make sure to stay tuned. We got plenty coming up, as well as the fastest 15 minutes in baseball before the Bravos with Ethan Frank and Mac Friday right after this. It's going to be a big one. Stay tuned.
Missed the biggest part of the game? Don't worry, the Bravos have you covered. Catch the Call of the Game on the Braves Twitter @BoardBraves to hear the night's biggest moment. From big-time strikeouts to crazy web gems, game-winning home runs, and more, whether you hear it for the first time or you just want to relive the magic, the Call of the Game will bring back the best moment from the night that was.
Free! It's a word you don't hear often, but it's the only word in the Cape Cod League. Every single game on the Cape is free, which means you can bring the entire family, extended family, and the extended family for no charge at Lowell Park or to any other game on the Cape. Catch the best collegiate summer league in the nation for absolutely no charge all summer long.
Cape Cod League Baseball is back on the New England Sports Network in 2022. Nesson will feature 5 Cape League games on its airwaves this season, the first of which comes on June 30th when the Braves take on the Falmouth Commodores, and then the Nesson crew comes to Lowell Park on July 21st when the Braves host the Wareham Gatemen. All Cape League games on Nesson start at 7, and the station will also feature the league's All-Star Game. It's the best summer baseball in the nation, and it's live on the same station as the Boston Red Sox all summer long.
First pitch is right around the corner. Now back to Before the Bravos, the official Born Braves pregame show.
Feeling lucky? Head over to the 50-50 table at Lowell Park and play everyone's favorite ballpark game of chance. A different list of prizes are available every home game, and of course, half the pot is always up for grabs. Take it from me, my family played the 50-50 last season and won a gift certificate to a local ice cream shop, and I can tell you firsthand it was delicious. Check out the list of prizes over at the 50-50 table next to the concession stand and play the 50-50 leg, because I'm sure there's a prize for you.
For the first time since 2019, the Cape Cod League All-Star Game is back. On Saturday, July 23rd at 6:45, the best players on Cape will come together in Wareham and duke it out in an East Division versus West Division clash. In 2021, the Braves had a league-leading 9 All-Stars, but they weren't able to shine in the mid-season showcase. But now the game is back, and it will include your favorite Braves stars as well as the best talent from around the Cape.
The Born Braves will be holding youth clinics this summer. They're for boys and girls ages 5 to 12, plus we'll offer 1 week of clinics for ages 12 to 15. For more information, visit the 50-50 table near the concession stand or visit our website at bornbraves.org.
Win or lose, there's always a Brave that sticks out on the field. Head over to our YouTube channel by searching the Born Braves, or head to @BornBraves on Twitter and catch the post-game interview every night with a player of the game on game night with me, Ethan Frank. And as always, you have a say on who gets to chat with me. Tweet at us @BornBraves and use the hashtag Player of the Game to submit your pick for the POG.
The stars of the Born Braves can't perform well with an empty stomach, and neither can the best fans in the Cape Cod League. Hungry at Lowell Park? Visit our concession stand down the third base line, serving your favorite ballpark classics, including hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, cold drinks, and more. The concession stand at Lowell Park is the place to go, because the only thing better than watching the Braves live is watching the Braves live with a hot dog in your hand.
Cape Cod Baseball League is live. This is Born Braves Baseball.
Win or go home, not literally, just figuratively. It's before the Bravos on a Wednesday at Lowell Park. It is beautiful, not a single cloud in the sky. Ethan Frank, Mac Friday with you. Mr. Friday, how are you?
Tremendous. Mr. Frank Howard, I'm going to pose the question at you.
I am fired up. All right, let's go do it. This game means everything. The Braves with a chance. One of my favorite things in all of sports is when a champion is able to defend its title. If the Braves are able to win the President's Trophy today, that will be a remarkable accomplishment considering the roster turnover, the coaching turnover they've had in the past year. It would be an incredible accomplishment, but it is not the end goal. And just like Calvin and Max were saying, you have to keep that in mind when you look at today's game. If you lose today, it is not the end of the world. Let's say one team gets ahead early, I could see a scenario in which the other team, may not try as hard as they usually would to get back in the game because you have to save yourself for the playoffs.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And like Calvin talked a little bit about just before we came on, with the bullpen game kind of option, Max, as well, you will see a bullpen game from Gatuit. You might just see another bullpen game from Bourne as well. Rob Adams, if things don't necessarily go well, or maybe hits a high pitch count around 4, 5, maybe even a shorter amount of innings, you could see the new guys, new Bourne Braves who have just gotten here, who have not been able to touch the ball. We're talking guys like the side armor from JMU, Sean Colkin, talking at the lefty, Cooper Smith from Stetson, the righty starter from D3 Rochester in Nolan Sparks, and then you also got the righty from Maine and Justin Bayans and Calvin's neck of the woods.
Oh, Calvin couldn't be more fired up that there is a Maine black bear on the Bourne Braves roster.
There you go. So you could see those guys come out of the pen to give them some playing time. You don't necessarily want to throw them straight into the fire against, whether it be Falmouth, against Hyannis in the first round of the playoffs. You got to give them some opportunities to throw the baseball. They will throw the baseball today. We will see what the Bourne Braves have in terms of new additions to the bullpen. And then we also got some new guys in the lineup as well. A familiar face to Evan Slight and Chris Brito, Absolutely. But not a familiar face to us. JKG, Josh Kuroda-Grauer, interested to see what he can do as a late addition to this Bourne Braves middle infield. Hopefully that acclimation period to the wood bat doesn't affect him as it's affected some of the other Bourne Braves across the season.
Absolutely right. And Bourne, they were really frustrated when the game was postponed on Monday. They wanted to play. We had just had some fun playing football in the outfield.
It was great.
But they wanted to get on the field and play some baseball. That didn't happen. I could see a scenario where the Braves take out their frustrations on the Kettleers early and often today.
Certainly, and then it's got to start with a guy like Bryce Eblin. We see him warming up in front of us now. 3 for 4 yesterday with 2 RBI, a clutch single up the middle for 2 runs right there. 3 singles, was poking him all the other way. He told me the ball was looking big. He made some adjustments and had a tremendous day at the plate. It starts with him leading off.
Absolutely, indeed. The last time we were here, Matt Shaw was absolutely phenomenal for the Braves. I think we could see a big day out of Shaw as well. Mac, before we wrap up, a quick prediction on what happens today.
I think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to go Braves 4-3.
Mac has not predicted that the Braves would lose the game every single time I ask him for a prediction. I'm going to say the Kettleers take this one 7-4 over the Braves. We will see what happens. That will do it for Before the Bravos, and let's hand it over to Max and Calvin.
Thank you, Ethan. Welcome to Lowell Park. Just a beautiful afternoon for baseball, and Mac and Ethan set it up perfectly. This game is the biggest of the year for the Braves. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight that Scott Landers will send out against the Kettles. Leading things off at third base will be Bryce Eblin, followed by Matt Shaw at shortstop. Mac Warvath in right field after his home run yesterday will bat third. Chris Brito, the DH, will clean things up. Josh Kuroda-Grauer will make his Braves debut here in game number 44, batting fifth at second base. Ryan Enos, the left fielder, will hit sixth. Josh Moylan at first will bat seventh. Nelson Taylor in center eighth, and Alan Espinal will round out the 9 and do the catching tonight. On the mound for the Kettleers, in what will be a bullpen day, will be right-hander Matt Joyce out of Coastal Carolina.
Bullpen day. Everyone better be ready in the Kettleers bullpen for both sides. Everyone better be ready. Joyce getting the start, not the former Miami Marlin or Tampa Bay Ray. Matt Joyce, the right-hander from Coastal Carolina. Local product from Braintree, Mass. 1 appearance on the season, 2 innings, allowed 1 hit. Instead, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Did strike out 3 across 2 innings of work.
This will be the 6th time these two teams face this season. The Kettleers lead the season series 3-2, so if there was a tie tonight, which is possible, the Braves have tied 7 times this season. The Kettleers have the head-to-head and would earn that President's Trophy for the first time since 2012. Meanwhile, the Braves looking to repeat and defend their title. So here comes Bryce Eblin to lead things off. Duffy takes his steps onto the rubber for the first time this evening as we are ready to say play ball here from Lowell Park. Not a cloud in the sky, sun shining bright here just at about 4:26 local time, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit here at first pitch. Duffy from the windup turns, kicks, and fires his first pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side wide of first. The second baseman and Harlan slides, can't get it. That's into right field for a base hit. So 1 pitch, 1 hit for the Braves. Bryce Eblin now 4 for his last 5. A good start here for the Bravos.
And I think that was a bad read by the first baseman Ryan Galaney. He kind of gave up on the ball in the hole, thinking it was more towards the second baseman in Harlan. But as he turned to go back to first base, he realized Harlan had to run a long way to get to that ball, and he couldn't get it with the sliding effort.
So a break for the Braves. They'll take it. Here comes Matt Shaw now. And Shaw, Calvin, you call him the Kettleers killer, the Kettleers killer. He's 8 for 12 against the Kettles this year. 2 homers, 10 RBIs. He digs in from the right-hander's batter's box. Eblin takes his lead from first. Duffy from the stretch for the first time tonight. Makes a quick move over to first base, and it gets away from Galaney, the first baseman, and rolls into foul ground. Eblin rounding second. He's going to dig for 3. Galaney up with it. His throw to third base is not going to be in time. Bryce Eblin all the way to third base, taking advantage of an E1 on an errant pickoff attempt by Joyce.
I love it. Braves really aggressive out the gate, and that's 2 botched plays by Kettleers right off the jump. Probably a ground ball that they should have had in the infield. First pickoff attempt from Joyce thrown away, and just like that, the Braves have a runner 90 feet away against, you talk about Matt Shaw, OPS of 2,300 against Kettleers on the season.
The infield will be drawn in here, trying to cut down a run at the plate. Outfield just about straight up. Joyce from the first base side settles at the belt. First pitch is grounded to the left side, speared on a hop by the third baseman Ketchup, gets to his feet, throws across over to first base to retire Shaw for out number 1. Let's take a look at the rest of the defense tonight. That'll man behind Matt Joyce this evening. Left to right in the outfield, Carter Trice, Enrique Bradfield, and Eddie Park. Caleb Ketchup, as you just met, over at the hot corner. Tommy Troy and Trotter Harlan up the middle. Ryan Galaney over at first, and Caleb Lomavita will do the catching. So we've gotten into a quick start in this one. Eblin 90 feet away at third base after advancing to third on the E1. Infield drawn in once again here for Matt Corbath. Joyce from the stretch, his first pitch. Breaking ball swung on and popped up. Foul ground, the third baseman and Ketchup, hugging the third base line, is there to make the catch with 2 hands. 2 away. So 2 quick outs, not what the Braves were looking for, as that sends up Chris Brito to the plate.
Yeah, back-to-back unproductive outs as well. I like Kettleers, aggressive off the jump, just like the Braves. Bringing the infield in the first inning. Ground ball to Ketchup, no chance for Eblin to advance, and then the pop-up to Ketchup, the third baseman. So now it's up to Chris Brito to come out and pick up a big 2-out RBI hit here in the top of the first.
Every hitter has swung at the first pitch here. We'll see if Brito's a little bit more patient. First pitch is a bender over the top of the zone, in there for a strike. 0-1. Defense has been a major struggle for the Kettleers this season. Have now made 13 errors in their last 10-plus games. 1 error yesterday against Falmouth as well. 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. They have 55 on the season as a team, which is the second most, just behind Falmouth. The Braves would love to take advantage of the E1 of the errant pickoff throw from Joyce, but Brito's going to have to battle here now, behind 0-2. Again, just getting underway. Game number 44 on the season. You can look at it like a wild card game in a way for who's going to get the 1 seed and the other the 2. Joyce leads it for the side and gets what he wants from the first base side. The 0-2. Fastball runs outside, ball 1. Then went at 87 miles an hour. 1-2 the count.
The Braves know Joyce isn't going to be around for long. That's why they've been so aggressive in this inning, but need to cash in with a run across the plate.
Infield back now with 2 down. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a tapper foul right over toward our section. Behind the batter circles, the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Joyce, it'll be a fastball, changeup, slider, curveball mix. Fastball won't be overpowering. Just about 87 to 89 miles an hour. Gets a decent amount of swing and miss on that slider, a 23 whiff rate at school this year at Coastal Carolina. Here's his 1-2 to Brito. Swing and a miss for strike three. Tied up Brito, and Natsu took a 3/4 hack at a pitch up towards his head for out number 3. So Duffy evades the leadoff single and the error that pushed Eblin to third with nobody out. The Braves scoreless in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Kettleers coming up for the first time tonight.
Feeling lucky? Head over to the 50-50 table at Doran Park and play everyone's favorite ballpark game of chance. A different list of prizes are available every home game, and of course, half the pot is always up for grabs. Take it from me, my family played the 50-50 last season and won a gift certificate to a local ice cream shop, and I can tell you firsthand, it was delicious. Check out the list of prizes over at the 50-50 table next to the concession stand and play the 50-50 today, because I'm sure there's a prize for you.
For the first time since 2019, the Cape Cod League All-Star Game is back. On Saturday, July 23rd at 6:45, the best players on Cape will come together in Wareham and duke it out in an East Division versus West Division clash. In 2021, the Braves had a league-leading 9 All-Stars, but they weren't able to shine in the mid-season showcase. But now the game is back, and it will include your favorite Braves stars, as well as the best talent from around the Cape.
Your favorite team on the Cape is back in action. Now back to Bourne Braves baseball.
Bottom half of the first inning. Welcome back to Lowell Park. The Braves and the Kettleers playing for first place tonight. Let's see what Mike Roberts is sending out this evening in his 19th campaign at the helm. Leading off at shortstop will be Tommy Troy, followed by Caleb Lomavita, the catcher. Carter Trice in left field will bat third. Ryan Galaney, the first baseman, will clean up. Trotter Harlan at second base will bat fifth. Eddie Park in right sixth. Ryan Ignafo, the DH, will hit seventh. Enrique Bradfield, the speedy center fielder, eighth. And Caleb Ketchup, the hot corner tonight, rounds out things for the Kettleers. They'll take on the left-hander Rob Adams, who's out for his second start of the summer, and he was tremendous against Harwich last week.
All of 6'4" out there, the big lefty. 6 scoreless innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, but those were all scattered. He went through a 6-inning run where he was just dominant. And talking to our MLB Scout liaison intern Jake today, Jake, St. Thomas attendee. Rob Adams goes to Southeastern, both NAIAs in the state of Florida. Jake told us he loves to watch Rob Adams pitch when he's pitching for his team, not against his team.
Adams, the NAIA pitcher of the year for Southeastern, who also beat Lewis and Clark in the NAIA championship as well. So he'll look to get the Braves a #1 seed and repeat his winning trends here into this summer. Here comes Tommy Troy, the shortstop, to lead things off here. Quick start tonight after the Braves had Evelyn 90 feet away at third, but stranded him in the top of the first. Adams from the wind, his first pitch. Breaking ball, misses down low for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Really missed opportunity for the Braves in the top half of the first inning. Runner on third, nobody out, but couldn't score him.
Here's Adams 1-0. Swing and a miss. Troy out in front on 85 right there as the count evens up at 1. Troy has loved to see the ball against the Braves this summer. 5 for 13, 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a broken back ground ball to first. Taking a step back as the first baseman Moylan. He'll take it to the first base bag unassisted for out #1. 1 up, 1 down for Adams. And with that, let's take a look at the rest of the defense tonight that will start for the Braves. Left to right in the outfield, Ryan Enos, Nelson Taylor, Matt Horvath, Bryce Evelyn over at third, Matt Shaw at short. Making his Braves debut, it'll be Josh Kuroda-Grauer at second base. Josh Moylan, as you just met, at first, and Alan Espinal doing the catching tonight. So 1 down here for Adams. That sends up Caleb Lomavita, the catcher. First pitch. Swing and a pop up right side out of play. Count moves to 0-1.
And going back to the Braves' top of the first inning, the night for Matt Joyce isn't supposed to be long, but when you're that aggressive, you're extending his shelf life.
0-1 from Adams. Swinging a ground ball right side again. Moylan tries to field it and smother it, knocks off his wrist and rolls into shallow right field. Lomavita, a wide turnaround first, but he'll hold there as Matt Shaw gets it back into the shortstop. So Lomavita reaches here, and they're going to rule that a single. So 1 on, 1 down here in the first.
It didn't look like it should have been a single, but I actually agree with the call. It was a bouncing ball that Moylan tried to catch at an in-between hop. It handcuffed the Braves first baseman. Loma Vita's on here for Katuitt as they also put a runner on base in their half of the first.
So a chance for them to add on now and take advantage of a tricky play defensively. That brings up Carter Trice, who digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Few right-handers to open up this ball game against the Southpaw and Adams. Loma Vita takes his lead from first. First pitch, Trice shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. Your umpires tonight, Tom Ryberg calling balls and strikes behind home plate. Rick Antonio over at first, and Mark Delaney will man third as well. Still scoreless, bottom of the first inning. 1-0 the count here with one down here to Trice. Adams from the stretch again. Here's his 1-0. Misses up and in ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. In Adams' last start, faced the minimum throughout the first 3 innings of work. So essentially 9 up, 9 down. In quite an unorthodox fashion, he did allow 3 hits, but picked off 2 runners and got a double play ball in between as well. He's got a hitter's count here to Trice. Here's his 2-0. Fastball over the inside edge for strike 1. 2-1.
Adams also picked everyone off in that game. Guy was picking off people left and right. Picked off 2 and also threw a pitch that Tomas Frick blocked and thrown up the runner trying to get 90 feet down at second.
He was really good. Went 6 innings in that one without allowing a run on 4 hits. 2-1 the count here with 1 down. Long hold from Adams. Here's his delivery. Breaking ball. Jumps across the outside corner, strike 2. That one at 75. 2-2 here.
And that's another good part of Adams' game. This is a guy who throws 4 different pitches and doesn't throw any of them over 50% of the time. 46% fastball, 25 change, 20 slider, 10 curve. So he's going to mix up a variety of looks.
He settles from the first base side again. Loma Vita takes his lead from first. 2-2. Swinging a bounding ball to third. Eblin picks on the in-between hop, throws on the run to second for 1. The relay over to first base is in time. Rob Adams continues to flirt with facing the minimum. 5-4-3 double play puts a cap on the bottom of the first. Top of the second coming up. Scoreless here at Lowell Park. Braves will send up Josh Kuroda-Grauer to make his Bravos debut when we return.
Can first pitch not come soon enough? Well, don't worry. Before the Bravos has you covered. Starting 15 minutes before first pitch at home or on the road, Before the Bravos has the pregame insight and analysis you need to get game ready. From exclusive interviews, a first look at the opposition, lineup breakdowns, and so much more, Before the Bravos is the best place to start your evening of baseball. Before the Bravos, 15 minutes before first pitch, every game day, live on the Born Braves YouTube stream.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they are investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
The Born Braves are out on the road. Let's get back to the action on the Born Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back to Lowell Park, top of the second inning. Still scoreless here between the Kettleers and the Braves here in the conclusion of the 2022 regular season. Winner, of course, earning the #1 seed for the postseason, which starts tomorrow. It's going to be Matt Joyce coming out for his second inning of work, and after allowing Eblin to advance all the way to third base on an errant pickoff throw, was able to set down Shaw, Horvath, and Brito in order to strand Eblin 90 feet away.
You missed the opportunity for the Braves in the first. You essentially got a triple to lead off the ball game and didn't get a run out of it. Now the Braves have to go back to work here against Joyce, who was probably bought another couple of outs or so with how quick the Braves went down in that first frame.
So here's Josh Kuroda-Grauer to the plate here. First Bravos plate appearance for him this summer. First pitch, swing and a miss. Out in front of 85 right there for strike one. 0-1. Kuroda-Grauer, a right-handed hitter out of Rutgers. So the third Rutgers bat we've seen for the Braves this summer. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A sweeping slider gets him to chase. 0-2 the count. And he had just an incredible freshman year. At .299, 5 homers, 39 runs batted in. The 0-2 is swung on and tap foul on the third base side. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes.
Really good addition to the Bourne Scarlet Braves here. Another Rutgers guy in the lineup. With how good Brito and Slight have been, and Sam Bello all the way early in this inning, early in the year, I should say.
0-2 is a breaking ball down away, 1-2.
Another good addition to the Braves team that has a pipeline to Piscataway. Seems like a good name for a book.
Maybe a t-shirt as well.
We have been making t-shirts all year long.
Number 4 right there. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a hard ground ball left side, and it's past the third baseman Ketchup. That's in the left field. Welcome to the Braves, Josh Kuroda-Grauer. His first base hit in a Bravos uniform, and that opens up the second inning.
And you mentioned his Rutgers numbers, but in the NECBL with the Newport goals this summer, this guy straight up raked. 331 hitter, had an 11-game hitting streak, was one of 2 goals that played in all 45 contests for Newport this summer. A consistent hitter, rarely took an offer, and you see that approach. Gets 2 strikes, doesn't try to do too much, ropes it into left field for a base hit.
So he'll take his lead from first here as that brings up Brian Enos, who's in left field tonight. A quick check over, and JKG, as they call him, gets back in safely with a head first slide. Josh also third team All Big Ten this year as a freshman. So really good stuff, just 19 years old. Another move to first base, he gets back in safely. Ryan Enos was 2 for 3 yesterday with a walk in the 4-3 win against the Harbor Hawks. His first was a drag bunt single that he popped up, and the third baseman, and Earhart, made a good throw, but Enos with good speed was able to beat it out. Righty on right. Here's Joyce's first pitch. Enos shows bunt again, but fouls it straight back. Count moves to 0-1, tried to push that one right there. Past the pitcher's mound and Joyce, but just cued it foul.
Enos loves to show bunt, and whether he decides to try to put bat on ball or not is a different story. Obviously, once again, trying to bunt for a base hit here early in this contest. Braves have the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning.
Third baseman and Caleb Ketchup in and further back at third, middle playing back in double play depth. Kuroda-Grauer being held on at first. Next pitch is swung on and crunched deep out to left field. Trice going back, looking up, this one's gone. Ryan Enos coming up big in the largest game of the year. His first home run as a Brave, as it gives them a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning.
That's not Ryan Enos' game, but he get that one into the Kettleers bullpen out in left field. Got a pitch he liked, still hit it on a line and slammed it over the wall. Braves missed an opportunity in the first to now capitalize here in the second. A big-time swing by Ryan Enos, who has come on really strong. We know the numbers are there at the Division III level, but if you can get that kind of production out of this guy, he's just another tough out in this dangerous Braves lineup.
RBIs 2 and 3 for him on the summer as well. First pitch to Josh Moylan is cut on a missed for strike 1. 0-1, and Enos got a hanging breaking ball and just hit a screamer over that wall 320 feet down the left field line. Here's Joyce's 0-1 pitch. Down and in ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that's got to be a sigh of relief for the Braves after stranding Eblin at third with nobody out. Get 2 runs out of that home run from Enos. Moylan would love to get something going right here as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down low with a breaking ball, 2-1. Moylan 1 for 9 against the Kettleers this summer with 5 strikeouts in those 9 at-bats, but the 1 home run was a home run here at Lowell Park back on July 7th. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball at 85. Count evens up at 2-2. And for Moylan, that was quite a unique home run. Knocked it off the very top of the foul pole down the right field line. Here's Joyce's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good bounce back for Matt Joyce. Punches out Moylan for his second strikeout of the night, both swinging. So 1 down here. 2 runs in on the 2-run shot from Ryan Enos, his first to the Braves uniform. That makes way to Nelson Taylor now. Taylor 2 for 12 in his small sample size, a home run and 2 RBIs. Since his home run on Tuesday against the Orleans Firebirds, 0 for 6. First pitch, down low into dirt. Pops off the glove of the catcher, Loma Vida, and rolls to the backstop for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Nelson, just 2 days ago here at Lowell Park, was Calvin's cornhole partner, now getting to swing it here tonight. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Massive rip at 85. Count evens up.
And he's taking that winning tradition here with the Braves. Look, you can play with me in cornhole and win 5 straight games. You know what winning feels like here at Lowell Park.
Put on a show in BP, not just today, but Tuesday as well before the cancellation. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 81-mile-an-hour changeup from Joyce. He pulls the string. 1-2 here.
And he was chopping at the bit pregame to get back on the cornhole course with me. I said, you got a game to play, I got a job to do, but next backyard barbecue, I'll be there, Nelly. We'll run it together.
He digs back in from the left side. Joyce twists and tosses the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A fastball with a ton of arm side run. Taylor out in front. Back-to-back punch-outs for Joyce. 3 on the night. A lot of out-in-front swings so far here from the Bravos. So that sends up Alan Espinal to the plate here with 2 away. Espy last got the start against the Commodores back on Monday evening. Went 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Riding a 3-game hitting streak, 4 for 10 in that span. Duffy winds and fires his first pitch. Swinging a bounding ball down the third base side and foul for strike 1.
Both Espinal and Frick have been seeing it well. He said the stat, but 4 for his last 10 is Espinal. Before that, 4 for his first 43. So he's really gotten it going. 400 as of late after starting the year under the 100 mark.
He would love to get things going entering the postseason as well. Of course, starting tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on a bloop to shallow right center. Park coming in. So is Bradfield. This one's going to drop down for a base hit. So Alan Espinal extends his hitting streak to 4 games. His 5th hit in his last 11 at-bats. And that's the 3rd hit of the inning here for the Braves with 2 down now here in the 2nd.
Off the bat, there was no doubt that was going to find a hole. Park just playing too deep out in right field. Espinal found the soft spot, but hey, you will take that if you're the Braves. As long as Alan Espinal's getting on base, it's a major victory for the entirety of the Braves offense.
So that'll flip over the lineup to Bryce Eplin now. He singled through the right side his first time up and was stranded at third. Catch up the third baseman in and for the bag at third base. Well off as well, ranging towards the 6th hole. First pitch is down in the dirt, smothered by the catcher in Loma Vida. 1-0 the count. So Bryce was 0 for his last 9 entering last night's ball game, but now 4 for his last 5 after a 3-for-4 day yesterday. Bryce loves to face those Hyannis Harbor Hawks, now hitting north of 500 against them this year through his 6 games against them. Digs back to the box here, slightly open stance from the left side. He's ahead 1-0. Espinal takes his lead at first. A check over there. Espinal will get back in safely. Braves looking for what would be their 23rd win on the year, which would actually tie Katuitt in wins, but the Braves with 1 less loss and the 2 more ties. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Evelyn out in front. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves have been riding a hot streak as of late, have won 2 in a row and are 6-0-1 in their last 7 ball games. Meanwhile, for Katuitt, it's been an up and down last week, 3-3. But picked up a big win against the Commodores yesterday to set up the intensity of this game tonight. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a bounding ball right side, first baseman and Galaney can't pick it up cleanly, but the second baseman in Harlan will back him up and toss to Galaney, who gets back to the back to cover for out number 3. So Eblin retired here on what will be a 3-4-3 put out to end the inning. The Braves pick up their first 2 runs of the evening, however, on the 2-run shot from Ryan Enos, his first in a Cape Cod League uniform. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. Braves lead it 2-0.
You know what Pete Alonso, Kevin Youkilis, and Lou Merloni all have in common? Go ahead, take a guess. Yeah, that's right. They're all former Bourne Braves. The list of famous Bravo alumni is lengthy and it's growing fast. Take 2021 Major League Baseball first overall pick Henry Davis, for example. He was on the Cape just 3 summers ago, back in 2019. So make sure you don't miss out on watching the future stars of tomorrow today. Admission to all games at Doran Park and around the Cape Cod League is free. For the full Braves schedule, head to the Bravos team website, bournebraves.org.
Did you know it takes $150,000 to field the Braves every summer? We are a non-profit, all-volunteer organization that relies solely on the donations of private citizens and local businesses. The Bourne Braves are a 501c organization, and all donations are tax deductible. You can donate today online at bornbraves.org.
Time to go back to the park. This is Born Braves Baseball.
16 for 2.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. 2-0 Braves. Your score on the Ryan Enos home run as we enter the bottom of the second inning. A real shaky break for the Braves here. Bryce Eblin, after that play in which he grounded out to first, slid in head first and looked to be shaken up. So he'll be taken out of this ball game, more than likely for precautionary reasons, as John Peck will now enter the game at third base and will be hitting out of the one spot tonight. You gotta hope Eblin's okay. That is a piece the Braves do not want to lose entering the postseason here.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the open. This is a big game, sure, but this game is not as big as the game tomorrow night, which isn't as big as the game Friday night. So you can't get hurt in a regular season game with the playoffs right around the corner. He slid in head first, which is unnecessary there. Hopefully he's okay, and he just got the wind knocked out of him. Don't want to speculate, like you mentioned, whatever the injury is, but hopefully Bryce is okay and he'll be back and ready to go tomorrow, even if it's against Hyannis, a team he's dominated.
So the Braves will look to hold on to what's a 2-run lead now. Rob Adams coming out for his second frame after facing the minimum in the first inning, inducing an inning-ending ground ball double play. And Eblin started, twirled a 5-4-3 twin killer. Adams will get 4, 5, and 6 now. Ryan Galaney, the first baseman, will open things up here as we press play on the bottom of the second. Wind blows out gently towards left center field, but should not play too much of a role tonight. Just a beautiful evening for baseball, heavily juxtaposed by what we had on Tuesday night, cloudy skies and a lot of rain, which postponed the game. First pitch from Adams is a backdoor breaking ball that clips the outside corner for strike one, 0-1. Here's Adams' 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is tapped foul third base side, 0-2. For Adams, he's going to try and lull you to sleep with his breaking stuff. Uses that changeup 25% of the time, the slider 18, the curveball 10. So that heater less than half of the pitches he throws. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a hard line drive, right field. This one is going to get down for a base hit. Right fielder Horvath chasing it down the right field line will cut it off, get it back in quickly to the second baseman in Kuroda Grauer. So a hard hit single for Ryan Galaney. That's the second of the night for the Kettleers. This one opens up the bottom of the second inning.
Galaney, a really late season addition for Katuitt tonight, just his second start of the season. 40 games played for the North Adams Steeple Cats of the NECBL. Really good job hitting that time, going with the pitch, lacing it into right field for a base hit.
So that sends up Trotter Harlan to the plate, another right-handed hitter. In fact, the first 5 batters tonight all swinging from the right side. Adams, the southpaw, settles his first pitch. Swinging a high fly ball driven out to deep center field. Nelson Taylor trailing back in front of the track. He's there to make the catch in deep right center for out number 1. Harlan gave it a ride, but Taylor able to run it down. So the aggressive approach from Katuitt continues here against Adams. Galaney has to retreat back to first base.
That's a loud out, but hey, as many outs the Braves can get as quick as possible are really helpful because they would love to keep Adams fresh. And if you can get through 3 innings, then you can go 1-1-1-1-1-1-1 and the rest of the way out and keep a lot of guys ready to go for the postseason.
Here's Eddie Park. Left-handed right fielder coming to the plate, riding a 5-game hitting streak entering tonight. Peck in front of the bag at third once again here. Here's Adams' first pitch. Breaking ball floats over the outside corner for strike 1. That one at 68 miles an hour. 0-1 the count. Adams won't blow you away with his heater, which averages at about 86, but you got a curveball that's almost 20 miles an hour slower. Still quite the speed drop. 0-1. Another breaking ball cued foul as it rolls softly back towards the backstop. 0-2.
Just a slow, looping breaking ball, and you put it perfectly when you said he's trying to lull you to sleep. Curveball, makes you want to sit back, and then 87 looks like 94.
We'll see if he comes back with that heater right here. He's ahead big time at no balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Braves lead by 2. Here's Adams' 0-2. Breaking ball, just getting a piece is Park as he slices it foul. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes, and you could see his weight just drifting towards the pitcher's mound right there, trying to hold back as long as he could. He just slapped the barrel out there and was able to just get a piece. Middle infielders in double play depth. Kuroda Grauer ranging up the middle. Shaw just about straight up at short. As the 0-2 is grounded right to Shaw. He charges, picks on the in-between hop, goes to second for one. The relay to first is not going to be in time, as Eddie Park will beat it out, but a 6-4 fielder's choice on a real tricky play for Matt Shaw. Committed on a high bounding in-between hop and was able to make the play and get the force at second.
That's the second ridiculous play made by a Braves infielder. The first was Eblin the first when he turned that double play, picking on an in-between hop. And Shaw just made that play look so simple. But to gauge that bounce, pick it on the in-between hop and throw out the runner at second base is just a silly defensive play.
And Park runs well, so he knew he had to charge it right there. There was no indecisiveness ever when he was charging it. Here's Ryan Ignoffo to the plate, the DH tonight. Another right-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a high pop-up right field side, slicing out of the play into the trees for strike one. 0-1 the count. So Park over at first base has 5 stolen bags in the summer. Get to it with 63 as a team that's 4th in the Cape Cod League. Remember, all the way back when these two teams faced for the first time on June 14th, Kituitt had ran away with that stolen base lead, but has taken the foot off the gas pedal over the last month here. We'll see how aggressive they are tonight. Adams ahead here, 0-1 on Ignoffo. Fixes up his grip, runner goes in. Eddie Park is picked off. Josh Mullen running it back to second, applies the tag on his numbers for out number 3. So how about that? Rob Adams picks off Eddie Park and gets to face the minimum for the second time tonight. Deja vu here at Lowell Park. That sends us to the top of the third. Braves lead it 2-0 here in the Born Braves Radio Network.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve. That's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
For the first time since 2019, the full Cape Cod League playoff slate is back. Last season, just 2 teams from the East and West Division respectively played in the shortened playoff format, but this year there will be a full 8-team slate. 4 teams from the East and West will get a shot at the title. The Braves have missed the postseason just once since 2007 and look to make another run back to the title game in 2022, a series they lost a season ago. It's the Cape Cod League playoffs and they're back in full swing for the first time in 3 years.
It's time to go back to the ballpark. This is Born Braves Baseball.
2-0 Braves here in the top of the third inning, back at Lowell Park in Kituitt with Max Sanzer. I'm Calvin Cristoforo. The Braves hopping on the board first in the second on the 2-run home run off the bat of Ryan Enos, his first of the campaign. And the Braves lead this game by a pair as we move here to the third. Third inning of work for Matt Joyce, the starter for Kituitt. It's set to be a bullpen day for the Kettleers, but if Coach Mike Roberts can get 3 out of Joyce, that's a win for his entire pitching staff as they look to stay fresh heading into the postseason, which begins tomorrow. 2-3-4 for the Braves. Here's Matt Shaw to start off the third. The pitch. Chop foul down the third baseline. Matt Shaw just loves to hit at this ballpark. The last time the Braves were here, ready for this, get your notepad out. Shaw, 4 for 5, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. And before the game, I asked him if there's just something about hitting in this ballpark that brings out the best in them. And he said, wind just blows out and the field plays really small. 1-1. In the dirt, Joyce spiked a fastball, 2-1.
And they're going to look for a key performance out of him tonight as well. We talked about the ones at Hyannis. You mentioned the one here at Lowell Park. If you're going to beat this Kituitt team, you're going to need one of those from him tonight.
Head in the count, 2-1. Joyce from the wine, kicks and delivers. Slider below the zone, 3-1. So a really good count here to the Kituitt killer in Matt Shaw. Bounced out to third in his first at-bat in the first inning. The delivery. Slider that crosses home plate and finishes on the outside corner, strike 2. Shaw looking to get on first to begin this third inning, the 3-2. In the dirt, he lost him, ball 4. So the Braves get their leadoff runner on for the second straight inning. Matt Shaw's on for the first time tonight, and you always have to worry about his speed. 21 stolen bases on the season for the Braves infielder. That paces the team.
And third in the Cape Cod League as well. And Joyce has mixed in a lot of those changeups here tonight, which would be a really good pitch to run on for Shaw, if he can get it.
So runner on first, nobody out. 2-0 Braves here in the top of the third inning. The batter is the right fielder, Mac Horvath, who digs in for the second time. The pitch. Tap foul off the middle, Loma Vida behind home plate. 0-1. Great day for baseball, kind of a 180 of the weather when the Braves were here on Monday before the rainout. 81 degrees, sunny skies, not a cloud in sight here on a great afternoon for a winner-take-all baseball game. Check over on Shaw, he's back in safely. Braves win tonight. They are the #1 overall seed in the postseason and the President's Trophy champs for the second straight year. The same, though, is true for the Kettleers. Another look over on Shaw, who's back in with a head first slot. Joyce being very cautious against the Braves' leading base stealer. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs, 1-1.
And seems like second time through the order, it's been primarily breaking balls. It was mixing in the fastball majority of the time, first time through here. Very similar to Adams trying to slow you down and then speed you up late in counts.
Joyce, a guy who throws his fastball just over 50% of the time. Let's see what he does on his 1-1. The pitch. Back to the fastball, and it clips the corner. A perfectly placed heater on the outer black. Strike 2. So now as he climbs ahead with the fastball, he can really go to anything here in this 1-2 offering.
Against Horvath, who has a lot of pop, you cannot make a mistake in this count with a pitch over the heart of the plate.
Might be a good count for Shaw to run. He gets his lead off of first. Shaw not going, the 1-2. Fastball in the outer black, caught him looking, strike 3. That is an absolute BB by Matt Joyce, and one is gone here in the third.
You said it, a BB right there. The second fastball that he had placed on the outside edge of the plate. And Horvath probably looking for that breaking ball right there, thinking that one was going to run away. Instead, just stayed flat and clipped that outside corner for strike 3.
So now 1 out, 1 on. 2-0 Braves in the top of the third inning for the first baseman in Chris Brito. The pitch. Breaking ball too high, ball 1. Brito went down on strikes back in the first. Looking to continue to grow the Braves' lead after the 2-run home run off the bat of Ryan Enos has given the Bravos a 2-0 advantage here in the third. Joyce continuing to be cautious with Matt Shaw. Takes another check over on him. Hasn't really been any close calls at first base, just a dirty jersey for Shaw, who slides back on his chest. Now the 1-0. Fastball tap foul off of Brito's shin in the box, 1-1.
And those are the late swings you're going to induce right there when you're pitching backwards. That was 85, and you'd think for a guy with the power that Brito has, he's turning on that one right there with the breaking ball in the back of your mind, getting beaten inside and sawed off right there instead.
And that's a similar pitch to what Brito struck out on in the first. It was a fastball coming up and in at his neck that he couldn't help to lay off of. So let's see if Joyce decides to go with a similar formula here. Runner on first, 1 out. 2-0 Braves in the top of the third, and a 1-1 count on the Braves' best power hitter. Joyce toes the rubber from the first base side, sets at the belt, his pitch. Shaw is going, Brito lines one into left field, it's down a base hit. Trice plays on the bounce, Shaw goes first to third, and he cruises in there It's a base hit by Chris Brito. That breaks his 0 for 5 rut, and the Braves have something cooking once again in the third. Runners on the corners and just 1 out.
And it extends his on-base streak to now 15 games. He's getting into Evan Slight territory, his college teammate. That one a good piece of hitting right there. A pitch away from him was a little bit out in front, but top spin it in the left, and there was no question with Shaw going on the pitch that he would get into third easily.
So now a big spot for the Braves' newest member, Josh Corona-Grauer. JKG in a big spot. Runners on the corners, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. 2-0, the Braves lead it on the 2-run Ryan Enos home run in the second. Shaw leads off at third, Brito first. Middle infield in double play depth against the Rutgers infielder. First pitch, fastball below the zone, ball 1.
For Joy's 56% ground ball rate, a big part of that, the off-speed offerings would love one right here. But Corona-Grauer does run well.
Brito at first base, not a real threat to steal, but he ties up his shoe. He doesn't want to trip over it. Trying to stay out of a double play. Corona-Grauer singled in his first at-bat in a Braves uniform. He scored on the Enos home run. The 1-0. Curveball that broke too late, missed above the letters, ball 2. Enos, who's provided all the Braves offense, waits on deck. Braves looking for some more runs here in the third against Matt Joyce, whose evening is quickly coming to a close. The righty's 2-0. Swinging a check swing down to third. Ketchup comes in, Fields throws to second. Return throw will not be made. Shaw comes in to score. And it's an RBI fielder's choice for JKG, Josh Corona-Grauer in his Braves debut.
And he got fooled right there on a breaking ball, but it was hit softly enough where it was impossible to turn 2. I initially thought Ketchup was just going to go the long way to first, but noticed he had time with Brito hustling into second base, made the throw there. A big out number 1. Excuse me, make that out number 2.
So 2 away, runner on first. Now 3-0 Braves in the top of the third inning. Corona-Grauer's over at first for the home run hitter in Ryan Enos, who's back up for his second at-bat. The first pitch, Enos squares to bunt and fouls it straight back. And that's one of the things about Ryan Enos' game that just makes you smile. This is a guy, last at-bat, a 2-run home run, first time this time around, tries to drop a bunt down the third base line.
And before the home run in his last plate appearance, he showed bunt before that. So he's got both sides of the game going for him here, which is just so impressive. I mean, he's been one of my favorite players to watch for sure over the last couple of weeks.
He's an exciting at-bat because he puts the ball in play seemingly every time. Just 2 strikeouts and 30 at-bats for the right-handed hitter this year. The pitch to him. The runner is going. The throw down right on the money. Loma Vida chucked him out to retire the side. Corona-Grauer caught trying to steal second base and getting scoring position here in the third. Enos is left with his bat on his shoulder to retire the side in the third frame. But not before the Braves get a hit and a run to extend their lead to a field goal. 3-0 Braves here at Lowell Park in Kettleers in a winner-take-all Game 44 of the season. With that, we'll send it down to the sidelines and say hello tonight for the first time to Ethan Frank.
Thanks, Calvin. Hello to you. Hope you guys are doing well here in the booth. But I want to talk a little bit, a couple of news and notes from the Braves dugout. Rob Adams heading back out to the mound. And I don't think it can be overstated just how good his pickoff move is. When he was able to pick off that runner to end the second inning, he just walked off the mound smiling. His teammates almost laughing because they knew you cannot even try to go against this guy. Standing where I am at the corner of the Braves dugout, right next to the gate, I am directly parallel to first base, and these guys are not taking more than 2 steps away from first base because they are so scared of Rob Adams' move. Mike Roberts has to be instructing these guys, do not try and go against Adams because his move is so good he will throw you out, and with his tall frame, his 6-foot-plus presence on the mound, he stares the runner on first base down every single time, and it just looks so intimidating from a base runner perspective that you don't even want to go in the least. And JKG, who we've been talking about at second base, he's doing things all over the yard today. Evan Slide, I was catching up with him. I'm like, Evan, what can you tell me about this new guy? He's like, he loves Sonic. Every road trip, he needs to get his Sonic. Calvin, you scream Sonic guy to me.
I love Sonic. There's not many in the area, so every time I go down to Boston, I make a point to get a cookie dough vanilla ice cream blast. Medium, of course, because small can't hold me, and they are incredible.
Oh, man. Well, maybe if JKG goes far, he'll have his own drink over there at Sonic someday.
JKG drove a run home in the top half of this inning. 3-0 Braves in the bottom half. Adams back to work against Ignafo, his first pitch. Swung on in a rope down the left field line. That's a fair ball in trouble. Enos, the left fielder, cuts it off deep in the corner, and his good hustle holds the Kettleers DH to a single. But that was stung off the bat of Ryan Ignafo, and the Kettles had the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning.
And we said it about his last start. Faced the minimum for the first 3 innings, but allowed a hit in each of those 3 frames, 3 in total, of course. He's on pace to do the same right here if he could retire Bradfield and figure out a way to get Ignafo, but again, the focus, just trying to keep this a 3-run lead. Got to limit the damage.
So here is Enrique Bradfield. Runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Hit off the end of the bat right at the left fielder Enos. He started back, now patrols over his left shoulder and makes the one-handed catch to retire Bradfield on just a single pitch.
And so many aggressive approaches tonight. Now through 2 1/3 of an inning's work, Adams has just thrown 22 pitches. How about that? And again, that one had some late carry on it right there. The wind blowing out a little bit in that direction. Enos not as familiar in that position in left field, but was able to haul it in.
And at the end of the day, that aggressive approach is helping the Braves, who look to preserve as many pitchers as possible for the postseason. 1 out, 1 on. Here is Caleb Ketchup, the 3rd baseman. Adams sets, now he deals. Breaking ball in the dirt, and that is just silly. It rolls up to home plate at 68 miles per hour. That's a Ben Spector fastball.
And he throws it with fastball arm speed. That's what makes it so difficult to hit.
It is a ball, though, in the dirt, 1-0 here on the Kettleers' 3rd baseman. The pitch. Up and away on a fastball, 2-0. Ignafo singled. He leads off of first. Bradfield liked the first pitch he saw and lined out to left. 1 out, 1 on. 3-0 the Braves lead it in the home half of the 3rd inning. Here on a day where the West Division title is on the line at historic Lowell Park. 2-0 the count to Caleb Ketchup with the dangerous Tommy Troy on deck. The pitch. Fastball, perfect 2-seamer that clips the outer half, strike 1. Ketchup was 0 for 3 last night in Katuitt's win over Falmouth. Trying to get it going once again tonight. Adams' pitch. Hit high but not very deep into left center field. Going out is Taylor. And in front of the warning track, he makes the 2-handed catch for the 2nd out here on the inning.
Taylor's covered a lot of ground tonight. First towards right center, this one out deep towards left center field. Again, just missing that was Ketchup right there, getting a little bit underneath. But some loud contact off of Adams.
And I probably didn't give that ball its due justice. That had some carry on it out to the left center field alley, and Taylor had to really run it down in front of the Lowell Park scoreboard. But it's an out in the 2nd here, the 3rd inning, and that brings to the plate Tommy Troy, who just punishes baseball. This guy mashes with a runner on and 2 gone in the 3rd. First pitch. Swing and a miss. A devastating changeup working down and away to the right-handed hitter for strike 1. I try to remain an unbiased journalist, but Tommy Troy is my favorite Kettleer. I have to admit that. The 0-1. Tap foul, 3rd base side. The only reason for that is I caught one of his home run balls in the home run derby. So
You smothered a home run ball.
Nope, I caught it. I caught a home run ball in the home run derby off the bat of Tommy Troy.
Well, maybe you'll get us the foul ball today.
And I saved that as a keepsake, and I snagged it.
You snagged it off the bleachers.
I caught it. You were not there. The 0-2 to the Stanford righty. Here it is. Fastball outside. Espinal snatched it before it went to the green fence behind home plate. And the count will go to 1-2 here on the Kettleers shortstop tonight.
That wind is picking up just a little bit out now towards left center in that direction. Catch up fly ball. Maybe if hit now, taking Taylor back a little bit deeper than it did.
Wind gusting out here at Lowell Park like it usually is at a hitter's yard. The 1-2. Swinging a pop-up into the infield. Matt Shaw, the shortstop, calls everyone off and makes the one-handed catch at the blue brim of his red cap to retire the side here in the third. Rob Adams continues to be dominant. Now 9 straight scoreless innings for the big left-hander. And the Kettleers are down here in the third. 1 hit, no runs, 1 man left for Kettleers in the third inning. We're headed to the fourth. 3-0 Braves in the Bourne Braves Radio Network.
Keep up to speed with the Braves when you're away from Doran Park by visiting our website at bournebraves.org. And be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Instagram and Facebook. You'll be kept up to date all year long with the Braves.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
A night at the ballpark is one of the best ways to spend a summer evening with the family. With free admission to Doran Park and every field on the Cape, you can bring along the entire crew to experience a free night of fun at the park. Catch the best collegiate summer baseball league with the whole family all summer long, with tickets starting and ending at $0. To find the full Braves schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org.
The 2021 West Division champs are defending their title. Now back to Bourne Braves baseball.
3-0 Braves in the top half of the fourth inning, back at Lowell Park in Kettleers with Max Sanzer. I'm Calvin Cristoforo, and I'd like to officially welcome you to Kettleers Bullpen Day. The night is done for Matt Joyce, and it's their first reliever of the contest coming out to start the fourth. That's the sidewinding right-hander in Noah Short.
Out of West Virginia, this will be his third outing of the summer, and he's been hit hard in his 2 appearances so far. An inning and a third, a combined 5 earned runs on 4 hits. Opponents slugging 1,000 against him so far. So the Braves looking to exploit those struggles here. Last outing was against Hyannis, a little bit cleaner than the latter. 1 inning, 1 earned run on 2 hits.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Enos, who's driven in the first 2 runs of the night for the Braves on a 2-run home run into the Kettleers bullpen down the left field line in the second. Then it's Josh Moylan and my cornhole partner, Nelson Taylor, due up for the Braves here in the fourth. Implications aplenty today at Lowell Park. The winner of this game is the number 1 overall seed in the postseason. The playoffs will go through that team's home ballpark. The loser is the 2 seed and has a date with Hyannis tomorrow at their home yard. Enos claws in the right-handed box to begin the fourth inning. Short does present a tough look against righties with that side-winding motion. He sets at the belt. His first pitch. Changeup down and into the right-hander, but it catches the zone for strike 1.
And again, a guy that's not going to overpower here. You're going to have to see it really deep against him.
Wind continuing to gust out. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, he hummed it up to 89 miles an hour, but it finished just off the outer black, 1-1.
An 89 from that arm angle is nasty. That's impressive stuff. Underestimated that.
The 1-1. Back to that heater. It's away again, but still coming in up near 90 miles an hour, and it looks just so much faster than that, just simply by the angle Short is tossing it. Let's see what the righty comes with on this 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Slider, and it misses away, 3-1. So it doesn't matter how nasty that fastball look or how much break that slider has on it if he's not throwing strikes. He's fallen behind the home run hitter for the Braves tonight, Ryan Enos, 3-1. Pitch. Down and away, he lost him, ball 4. So Enos continues to just be an on-base machine. He's on for the second time tonight, was on all 4 times last night. And the Braves had their leadoff runner on first base for the 3rd straight inning. for the first baseman in Josh Moylan.
And this should be a good matchup for Josh right here. That sinker, with the amount of run it has on it, should fall right onto his barrel. Going to be tough to elevate it right here, but if he can, it could go a long way.
I didn't mean to scare you.
First pitch to him. Down and in, picked on a backhand by Lamavita, the catcher, for ball 1. Enos a threat to steal over at first for the right-handed hitting, instead right-handed pitching killer in the lefty bat of Josh Moylan. Short has to be careful. His 1-0. Inside, 2-0. So 6 out of the first 7 pitches the righty has tossed tonight outside of the zone. And he's treading dangerous water with the big lefty bat in Josh Moylan. Moylan already with a home run to his name at this ballpark. That was a 3-run jack in the last matchup at Lowell Park. 2-0. Swinging a bounding ball through the right side into right field, a base hit. Enos going first to third. He is going to cruise in there with a feet-first slide. And once again, the Braves have the wheels turning here in the 4th inning. Runners on the corners, and nobody out.
And that was hit hard right there. Chopped it straight into the ground, but the second baseman in Harlan was ranging up the middle and double play depth, and that one snuck through. Enos just got into the third. It was a really good throw from the right fielder in Park, but the Braves will take it here. And a chance to increase the distance once again. If you go back to the first time these two teams meet in the 6-4 Katuitt win on the 14th of June, just game number 3 this season, the Braves jumped out to a lead like this, and Katuitt came back. So you know you cannot put the foot off the gas pedal.
It was a 3-0 Braves lead in that one, a contest Katuitt ended up winning 6-4. So more runs early is paramount for a Braves offense. 2 on, nobody out. Here is the center fielder, Taylor. Pitch. Changeup down and away, ball 1. And that's really been Short's problem, falling behind Braves batters here in the 4th inning.
Moylan, 99-mile-an-hour exit velocity on that ground ball right there, on a pitch that he just chopped straight into the ground. That was a rocket still.
He's on first. Enos on third. Nobody out for Nelson Taylor, the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. 3-0 is the Braves' lead. They scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Looking for more here with runners on the corners and nobody gone in the 4th. Really interesting defensive alignment. The shortstop, Troy, on the grass up the middle. Trotter, the second baseman, also on the grass. The 2-0. Inside, 3-0. So with those two middle infielders shifting Taylor to pull, they are not in double play depth, and there is a gaping hole you can park about 3 yachts in between the shortstop and third baseman, Caleb Ketchup. The 3-0. That two-seam fastball finally clips the zone, running away from the lefty Taylor, and it's in there for strike 1.
If you're Taylor right here, if you get that fastball again running away from you, it's the perfect pitch to try and just slap the other way through that vacant left side.
Short has to be careful. His 3-1. Swinging a bounding ball to the second baseman in Harlan. He fields, throws home, and he guns down Enos at the plate. So that wacky defensive lineman pays off for Katuitt. They get the Braves' 4th run of the contest chopped down at home in the form of Ryan Enos. Taylor reaches on a fielder's choice, but now the runners stand on first and second with 1 out here on a 3-0 Braves lead in the top of the 4th.
And that was a good pitch by Short right there. A slider running into the hands of Taylor. Got him to roll over it right into the teeth of that shift. And Harlan had a range towards his left, had to reset himself to make a good throw. And it was right into the money. Glove side towards the ankle area of Lomavita, which set him up perfectly for the tag.
So now the runners are on first and second, and here is the catcher, Alan Espinal. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. In his first at-bat against the starter Joyce, Espinal stayed red hot, depositing a bloop single into short right field. The 1-0 to the Braves catcher. Slider that catches the zone, 1-1. John Peck waits on deck. He came into this game as a defensive replacement after Bryce Eblin was shaking up following a head-first slide into first base in the second. The 1-1 to Espy. Breaking ball down and in, 2-1. Braves cannot let Short off the hook here in the fourth. He's really been working around the strike zone, but Kettleers has already chopped out a runner at home in this inning. Braves need to push at least one run across. The 2-1. Fastball in there for a strike. Throw down to first. And Taylor is just back in safely. What a snap throw attempt by Caleb Lomavita, the catcher. He almost caught Taylor napping down at first. But the Brave center fielder, just by a fingertip, is back in.
And Galani, of course, playing behind Taylor with Moylan over at second. Alligator this one as he caught it near the knee area.
The pitch was a ball, so here's the 3-1 now to Espinal. Upstairs, he lost some, ball 4. So it's the second walk of the inning for Noah Short, and now the bases are loaded for John Peck.
John Peck has had some good moments with the bases loaded right here. Of course, not expecting to start this game today. Just needs to elevate something right here. He is tough to double up, but when he puts the ball in play, he's generally hitting it hard. Well in at third base, not the fastest runner on the ball club right here, but a fly ball of those depths should be able to score him.
And once again, Kettleers is bringing the infield in. Third time they've had to do that in this contest, but it's already paid off twice. First pitch to Peck. Slider down and away, ball 1. In the first, Eblin was on third with nobody out. Ground ball to third with the infield in, forced him to stay at third. And then earlier in this inning, Enos tried to score on a ground ball hit to Trotter Harlan, the second baseman, who was pulled in on the grass. And Harlan went home to throw out the Braves left fielder to prevent a run from scoring. Mike Roberts now coming out to the mound to have a conversation with his pitcher Short. 1-0 the count here to John Peck. And it looks like Kettleers is going to the bullpen. With the ball thrown to Peck, Noah Short has thrown one too many pitches outside of the strike zone. And Mike Roberts, in a winner-take-all game, has seen enough. Short's outing as well. Short only gets one out and leaves the bases loaded. He's responsible for all 3 Braves on, with John Peck at the plate in a 1-0 count. We'll step aside and we'll break here at Lowell Park. 3-0 the Braves lead, but boy, can the Braves make this a laugher early with a couple more runs here in the 4th frame. Pitching change here at Lowell Park. We'll come back and we'll tell you all about the new Kettleers right-hander on the Born Braves Radio Network.
43 of the Braves' 44 regular season games this summer will take place on the Cape, but for the first time ever on July 25th, Polar Park, home of the Worcester Red Sox, will host a Cape Cod League game when the Bravos take on the Wareham Gatemen at 6:45. Gates open at 5:45, and admission is $10 to watch the Braves take on a West Division rival on an even greater stage.
The Braves are the reigning champs of the Cape Cod League West Division, but the West in 2022 is loaded again and as wild as ever. With 6 games against Hyannis, Wareham, Falmouth, and West Division runner-up Kettleers, it's a packed slate against division foes thirsty for revenge. To check out where and when the division matchups go down, head to our website, bornbraves.org, and check out the Bravos' full schedule.
After COVID-19 canceled the 2020 season and shortened 2021, this year will be the first since 2019 with a full 44-game schedule and an 8-team playoff. That means you can catch the Braves squaring off with each team in the West 6 times and each team in the East 4 times. It's a jam-packed slate for the Braves in 2022, and you can check out the squad's complete schedule on our website, bornbraves.org.
Your favorite team on the Cape is back in action. Now back to Born Braves baseball.
That'd be such an anti.
3-0 Braves with 1 gone in the top of the 4th inning. But the bases are loaded. The Braves looking to open this game very, very wide here in the 4th frame. John Peck, the batter, with a 1-0 count, and the pitcher is Max Meyer, who looks to turn his season around in a really tough spot to do that.
Absolutely. Has tossed together 2 scoreless innings in his last 2 frames, but overall a 10.56 ERA. It's a combined 9 runs through 7 2/3 of an innings work. Opponents hitting a bulky .394. He's allowed 13 hits in those 7+ frames, but a guy who comes from another 3/4 arm slot looking for a ground ball right here against the righty in Peck.
Moylan's on third. He singled. Taylor reached in a fielder's choice. He's on second. Espinal walked. He's on first. The count is 1-0 to John Peck, who came in to replace Bryce Eblin after he got hurt sliding into first base head first in the second. Kettleers brings the infield back in, trying to chop down a run from home. The 1-0. Fastball across the plate, a strike at the belt, strike 1.
This is a real big turning point in this game right here. Braves can break this open, or Kettleers can try to garner some momentum.
Meyer, similar to Short, will come in with that 3/4 side-winding action, running away to righties into lefties. The 1-1. Breaking ball skied into shallow center field. Branfield waits under it, catches on the run. Moylan tags. This is going to be a close play at the plate. The throw is cut off, and Josh slides in feet first, and the Braves extend their lead to 4-0.
And Peck doing exactly what the doctor ordered. A fly ball, medium depth center field. I thought Bradfield was going to have a chance at first, but Moylan got a good jump. Was cut off by the first baseman in Galaney, and that's a huge run right now, 4-0. Braves here.
So 4-0 Braves. The Bravos score a run for their 3rd straight inning. And Kettleers not out of the woods. Here comes their arch nemesis in Matt Shaw. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the 4th, 4-0 Braves. Meyer looking for a big timeout. His first pitch in the dirt, a fastball, ball 1. Shaw walked and scored in the 3rd. And this season against Kettleers has 10 runs driven in. Looking for 11, 12, or possibly 13 to extend the Braves' lead in the 4th. The pitch. Outside, 2-0. And boy, is Meyer playing with fire here against the potential league MVP in Matt Shaw.
And Matt's due right here, 0 for his last 6, going all the way back to last night. Has a hitter's count right here. With 2 down, everyone going on contact. May be able to punch in a couple right now.
The righty sets at the belt. Is 2-0. Slider that gets the outside corner. Perfectly placed breaking ball there on a hitter's count.
Great pitch, Max.
Now 2-1. Shaw would love a fastball in this at-bat. Will Meyer give in? Is 2-1. Goes back to that heater, and it misses downstairs. Now 3-1. If you don't want to deal with Shaw, fine, but Matt Horvath, who can provide just as much damage, waits on deck, and if he comes to the plate after Shaw takes ball 4, the bases would be loaded. The 3-1 coming. Here it is.
Nice pitch.
Slider that gets the inside corner, now 3-2.
And for both Mayer and Short, their breaking balls haven't been that sharp. A lot of late break on them, backing up a little bit, but it's almost been effective in that way because you expect it to break more horizontally, but drops just a little bit vertically in the opposite direction.
So let's see what the righty comes with on this full count pitch. The runners will be going. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. A fastball that dragged Loma Vida across the plate, and the bases for the Braves are once again loaded for Matt Horvath.
And he's got 6 RBIs, including a grand slam with the bases juiced in a small sample size this season. Braves have been productive in this spot.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4-0. The Braves lead it in the top of the 4th inning. Braves win this ball game. They are the President's Trophy champs for the 2nd straight season. In the road to the Cape League Final will run through Doran Park. First pitch. Tap down to third, playable for Ketchup, on the run he fields, on the run he throws, on the run. He gets Horvath by a step. So Max Mayer comes out of the Katuitt bullpen and limits the damage in the 4th inning. But not before the Braves grab another run on a hit. They do, though, leave 3 runners stranded on base. 4-0, the Braves lead it. We're through 3.5 here at Lowell Park on the Born Braves Radio Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Born Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Born Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Born Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bornbraves.org.
This is Ryan Fisher, right-handed pitcher, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Go Born Braves.
4-0 Braves here in the home half of the 4th inning at Lowell Park in Katuitt. The Braves extending their lead to 4 on the RBI sac fly by John Peck in the top half of this frame. And Rob Adams, who's been really good once again, back out there for his 4th inning of work. Has allowed a hit in each of the first 3 innings, but has faced just 10 batters. He got a double play in the first, picked off a runner in the second.
And it's been very quick work for him so far tonight. This Katuitt offense has been so aggressive against him, and they've been able to force some soft contact. A couple of pop-ups, a lot of balls on the ground, and that's all a result of his pitch usage, which he's just swaying you back and forth between 68 miles an hour and 88, and they have not found a solution to it tonight.
The Kettles will send up 2, 3, 4 in the order. Lomavita, Trice, and Galaney here in the 4th. Adams, the big lanky lefty from NAIA powerhouse Southeastern, looking to add on to his stretch of 9 scoreless innings. His first pitch. Curveball just missed below the zone as it slowly rolled up to home plate at 69 miles an hour for ball 1. The 1-0. Swinging a ball hit softly into center field. Could be a tough play. Shaw, the shortstop, going back from short left field. Makes a basket over the shoulder catch. What a grab by Matt Shaw, going full speed into left center field. And this guy is just must watch every single night. He just continues to make head turner after head turner on the defensive play. And that is a pretty first out here in the bottom of the 4th.
And that's just become the routine at this point here in game number 44 of the season. It's just remarkable. This is such a difficult play. Numbers facing the diamond, really tough angle, but he was able to vacuum it up.
So 1 is gone. Here's Carter Trice, the pitch. Slider outside for ball 1. And it's marvelous what Matt Shaw does with the bat. But you can make the argument his defense is just as impressive. The 1-0. The dude's just a walking web gem.
And I mean, I said it when we went to Orleans last Tuesday, but his debut with the Braves earlier on in the season, of course, against the Firebirds, he flashed the leather so much.
Here's the 2-0. Swinging a ball stung into right center field. This is going to be tough for Horvath. In the alley, it hangs up for him, and he makes the one-handed catch at the Bourne lettering across his navy blue jersey for the second out here on the inning. Off the bat, I thought Trice got more of a barrel on that than he really did. Got it closer to the hands. It was a simple play moving to his right for the right fielder in Horvath.
And with Shaw, that I think was so interesting about that first game was the play he was covering second base on, leaping up in the air, and then the base running we saw.
First pitch to Galaney, down and away for ball one. You knew right when you saw Matt Shaw play for the first time, you better bring your extra large box of popcorn to the ballpark every night, because he is just an entertainment to watch play baseball.
Absolutely, and it's the little things he does.
The 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0.
I mean, you could talk about the fact that he's leading the league in hitting, 5 home runs, hit for the cycle, drives the ball the other way with authority. I mean, everything that you're taught when you're younger, Matt Shaw personifies, but
2-0. Up and away, 3-0.
But those little intangibles that you can't necessarily teach, it's just instinctual. He showed off on that first night, and it's been a daily show and routine ever since.
The 3-0 in there for a strike, and that's not even including his intangibles, his leadership skills, his work ethic. There's a reason why this guy's the front runner to win the Cape League MVP this year. The 3-1. Socked foul down the right field line. Playable for Horvath, though, and over there he makes the catch in the right field corner to retire the side in order for Rob Adams in the 4th. Adams continues just to mow opposing batters down. Now 10 straight scoreless frames with the big left-hander, and he puts together his first true 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon today. Braves continuing to roll 4-0 Braves. We head for the 5th from Lowell Park on the Born Braves Radio Network.
2021 was a historic season for the Born Braves. The Bravos captured the President's Trophy, given to the team with the best regular season record, and rode early success to the West Division title in a trip to the Cape Cod League Championship Series. Now in 2022, the Braves are back and look to replicate the success from a season ago without many of the faces that got them there. It's a whole new season of Born Braves baseball. Check out the full schedule on bornbraves.org and come join the party at Doran Park.
The Born Braves have enjoyed a long history of offering internships to college students who have worked in a myriad of capacities and performed any number of duties for the organization. Interns support everything from public relations, fundraising and concessions, to field maintenance, internet broadcasting, and baseball operations. The Braves will begin accepting applications for the 2023 season in September. Those interested should visit bornbraves.org.
Now back to Born Braves baseball.
Welcome back to Lowell Park, top of the 5th inning. Braves lead it 4-0 here in game number 44 of the season. Max Tanzer joined alongside Calvin Cristoforo. And it's been all Braves tonight in a game that they need to win. A win not only clinches them their 2nd consecutive President's Trophy, but the #1 seed in the playoffs. They would face the Falmouth Commodores tomorrow at Doran Park for a best-of-3 series. The loser of this ball game will earn the #2 seed and face off against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks at their home field tomorrow. Braves up by 4. Max Meyer out for his 2nd full inning of work as Chris Burrito will lead things off. Righty on right, Meyer from the stretch crouches down, he settles. His first pitch is a breaking ball that floats in just a little bit low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So a lot on the line today. Very big crowd on hand this evening here at Lowell Park. Here's the 1-0 to Burrito. Down away with a heater for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
And here's the thing you got to keep in the back of your mind. The Katuitt runs are coming, or the Katuitt run of runs is coming. It's just how big is it going to be? So that's why a 6, 7, 8 run lead is so much more important than just a 4-run lead.
2-0 the count here on Burrito with nobody down. Top of the 5th inning. Meyer's pitch is swung on and skied to the air. Foul behind home plate. Loma Vida takes off the mask, trails towards the screen. It'll fly out of play for strike 1 as the count moves to 2-1 here on Burrito. We touched on it just a little bit earlier, but the Braves had a 3-0 lead against the Kettleers the first time these two teams faced, and that was the game of Victor Scott Jr., who came up with a big home run to give the Kettleers the lead, made a really nice leaping grab to take away a potential go-ahead base hit. So the Braves know what the Kettleers are capable of here. Third in runs as well, first in hitting entering tonight, first in slugging on top of that. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Brito. Breaking ball swung on and fouled straight off the mask of Loma Vida, rolls off towards the first base on deck circle. 2-2 here.
And there's just something about Brito's swing that every time he takes that hearty hack at a ball, you think it's breaking branches in the outfield.
You could feel it. We're just about 10 feet away, so we're close, but you can feel the ground shake. That's how big he swings it. Waves that black bat back and forth and now carries it above his shoulder here. 2-2 the count with nobody out. Here's Meyer's pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball down the third base line. That is just foul as it rolls past. Catch up in towards foul ground down the left field line. Count evens up at 2-2. For the Kettleers, pitching here at home has been quite a struggle compared to at least on the road. Here at Lowell Park, a 4.42 ERA compared to a 2.71 ERA clip when they're away from home. So the Braves taking advantage of that. They're 1-1 here when they play the Kettleers out here at Lowell Park. Two at outscoring them 16-13 in those two ball games. Here's the 2-2 to Brito. Breaking ball taken outside, glances off the glove of Loma Vida, rolls to the backstop. Count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Brito entering tonight with 30 walks, which is the league leading number in that category. He has just a 1-walk lead on Cooper Engel, but the Anglers do play tonight. So if Engel gets the start, he could potentially pass Brito. Here's the 3-2 from Mayer. Swinging a pounded ball off his foot as it rolls down the first base side. Count stays at 3-2.
And that's what makes Chris Brito so tough, because you can't lay fastballs in there or he'll punish them. But you can't pitch around him because he's got such an eagle eye, he'll take ball 4. And as long as this at-bat goes, it becomes more and more a possibility that Mr. Takeo Base snatches another one.
Mr. Takeo Base steps into the right-hander's batter's box wearing, looks like some Tar Heels cleats tonight, white and Columbia blue.
His diamond heels are shining.
3-2 the count here with nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch. Breaking ball taken outside for ball 4. Walk number 31 on this season for Brito. Had to grind out that one. Leadoff base runner here for the Braves as they look to add on some insurance. That sends up JKG to the plate. Josh Grauer. So Meyer would love a ground ball right here. Grauer grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. That drove in a run for his first RBI of the summer. Again, this is season debut here in the final game of the regular season. He digs into the right-hander's box. Meyer from the stretch. Fires his first pitch. Swinging a hard line drive, shallow left field. This one's down for a base hit. Brito scampering into second base. He gets there standing up. Welcome to the Braves, JKG, his first knock. Make that second knock of the evening. And it's first and second here with nobody down. Singled on a ground ball to left back in the 2nd. A broken bat looper here in the 5th. And the Braves have something brewing for Ryan Enos, who has been swinging it well tonight.
Talk about a trade deadline acquisition. I love the Newport goals more than the next guy, but when my Sanford Mainers eliminated them for the postseason, is a gift to the Braves. They got this guy who's making an instant impact.
Brito at second, Grauer at first. Enos digs into the box. First pitch, he shows bunt, whips on it, it's a strike. 0-1.
I'll let you rank 1 to 10 how surprised you are. He shows bunt right there.
Not surprised at all, I'll tell you that.
That's not a numerical value. I gave you a pretty simple scale to follow.
I'll give you a 1.
Okay. That's all you need to say.
Catch up playing in front of the bag at 3rd right there. And I'll do so once again at a 45-degree angle just in case Brito does take off for 2nd. Braves looking for more runs here. Long hold from Mayer. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Misses inside with a backup breaking ball. 1-1.
And if it makes you feel any better, my shock level also a 1.
I mean, he's shown bunt on the first pitch of his previous 2 plate appearances, and here a potential bunting spot, and he was ready to go, trying to drag on for a base hit, which he's done already several times in his small sample size this summer. He's 1 for 1 tonight, homered in the 2nd, walked back in the 4th. Braves up by 4 here in the top of the 5th, threatening with runners on first and second and nobody out. Myers 1-1. Enos shows bunt again, pulls back, takes up and in with a 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 2-1 here.
And I really think he's squaring to bunt. This is not for show. This is not for a base hit. This is trying to get 2 runners in scoring position for Big Crank on deck.
If you wanted to push it, the second baseman Harlan ranging up the middle, but you would have to be careful of is Delaney, the first baseman, playing in, and there is a force at third. So if he did push it, he would have to make sure it gets past the pitcher's mound and is well away from Delaney. Runners take their leads. Meyer taking a lot of time here. As Enos steps out of the box, readjusts, now climbs back in. Meyer with his red glove pauses at the belt, slightly crouched down as he closes himself off. 2-1, Enos shows bunt, pulls back again. It's a fastball away for ball 3. 3-1 the count. So we'll see if the bunt is off here. Again, I wouldn't be even surprised if this is just a decision he's made himself, because we've seen him go up there, show bunt a countless number of times. Now Garnett, he did just pull out his wristband with the plays, puts it back in his back pocket as he digs back into the box.
Sweet, no, you got 3-0. You got to be swinging, right?
Here's the 3-1. Swinging a line drive over the head of Ketchup. That's down to left field. Brito rumbling around third. Trice's throw is up the line. Brito comes in standing up. An RBI single for Ryan Enos. The 3rd run he's driven in tonight. The Braves, they lead it big time here at Lowell Park. It's 5-0 here in the top of the 5th inning.
And I've said this before, but I want to reissue my thought on this. Ryan Enos is a massive part of the Braves order. You can get production out of a guy like Enos who's starting to see the ball really well. That is huge. Same thing with JKG, who's now in the Braves lineup, and I think a guy that should be playing in the postseason. And Josh Corona-Grauer, this is a lineup that is dangerous, and it is dangerous in a lot of different ways. 5 runs on 8 hits through 4+ innings is no fluke for this Braves offense. And if you can continue this rhythm into the postseason, not only are you the hottest team going into the playoffs, you are the hottest team with the hottest offense going into the playoffs.
No doubt about that. They're going to look to keep this line moving. First and second, nobody out for Josh Moylan. 1 run already in. Meyer, long hold once again. Really slow pace for the right-hander. First pitch, Moylan shows bunt, gets it down the third base side, but it's foul. Count moves to 0-1.
I like this decision to bunt. I don't know your thoughts on it. Moylan just did rope a single through the right side in his last at-bat. But coming up in the order, with Taylor on deck, Moylan a double play candidate, you can get a couple of runners into scoring position with a good bunt.
Troy ranging up the middle. Ketchup at third in front of the bag. Very vacant left side of the infield here for Moylan if he wants to punch it that way. 0-1 the count. Here's his pitch. Change up, glance at the top of the zone. Bunt was off. As the count quickly jumps in the favor of Mayer at no balls and 2 strikes. 5-0 Braves. 3 of those runs driven in from Enos tonight, having the game of his summer so far. He takes his lead from first base. Corona-Grauer from second. Meyer from the stretch again. Here's his 0-2. Fastball just runs a little bit outside, just an inch or 2 off the plate. 90-mile-an-hour fastball right there from Myers. The count moves to 1-2. Nelson Taylor on deck, Alan Espinal in the hole here, bottom third of the order. Meyer looks just to record his first out of the frame here. One-two. Breaking ball just a little bit outside. Another really quality take from Moylan. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moylan now 2 for 11 against the Kettleers this season after his single to right. Back in the 4th inning. Runners take their leads. Here's Myers' 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. An 89-mile-an-hour fastball running off the outside corner. Moylan goes after it to no avail. Out number 1 for Meyer after 3 consecutive batters reach. So the runners hold at first and second. So here comes Nelson Taylor to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Came to the dish with a couple of runners in scoring position in the fourth, but grounded into the 4-2 fielder's choice, where Ryan Enos was cut down at the plate after Trotter Harlan with the infield in. Was able to throw him out successfully. First and second, one down now. Here's the first pitch to Taylor. Fastball runs off the plate and a little bit low. 1-0, and Myers found a couple of really close spots so far, both in that Moylan plate appearance and now here against Taylor, but is not getting the call. A couple of really good takes from this Braves offense. So mixing in that sinking and running fastball along with that slider, but it's been majority heater over the last couple of hitters. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball. That is through into right field for a base hit. JKG getting the late stop sign. Now he's coming to the plate as the throw goes into second. He will score standing up. The Braves continue to pour it on the Kettleers. It's 6-0 here in the top of the fifth inning. An RBI for Nelson Taylor, his third of the year.
Maybe you can take Espinal's bloop single and JKG's broken bat knock, but other than that, every single hit the Braves have gotten in this game has been scorched. Taylor just tattooed that baseball into right, and the Braves continuing to add coal into the engine of this downhill train, rolling with serious tempo here in a big-time contest at Lowell Park.
Espinal, the sixth man to the plate in this inning. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a ground ball past the diving first baseman Galaney. That's into right field. Here comes Enos. The throw the plate on a hop is not in time. To third goes Taylor. And I'll tell you, Alan Espinal, he's heating up. An RBI, his fifth on the season. The Braves, lucky number 7 on the board. They lead by that much. And we're just here in the fifth inning at Lowell Park.
Espinal, a hard hit. Oh, my goodness. If you get Alan Espinal going, I mean, talk about an onion of an offense. Layers and layers that'll make you cry. Espinal, 2 for 2 on the night. 2 singles, a walk. Wow. This is the best offensive display we have seen in a while, probably since that 18-11 win in Hyannis.
Everyone has chipped in so far tonight.
That's the thing. It's not one guy, and the Braves have only gotten out 13 times tonight. They still have 14 outs to play with.
Here's John Peck now, the top of the order for the Braves. First and third, one down. 3 runs in already in this inning. First pitch, swing and a miss, chased a slider for strike one. 0-1. The only player to not reach base that started tonight is Matt Horvath, who's 0 for 3. Peck drove in a run with a sacrifice fly back in the fourth. That was his first plate appearance, so technically he hasn't reached, but has contributed to the run parade so far. Taylor at third, Espinal at first. 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third, catch-up fields and on a couple hops, goes to second for 1. The relay to first base is in time for the 5-4-3 twin killer. But not before the Braves push across 3 runs here in the top of the fifth inning. They lead it big time. They can start tasting that big number 1 seed, but they still have plenty of work to do as we are only halfway through this one at Lowell Park. Braves lead it 7-0 as we enter the bottom of the fifth.
Missed the biggest part of the game? Don't worry, the Bravos have you covered. Catch the call of the game on the Braves Twitter at BoardBraves to hear the night's biggest moment. From big-time strikeouts to crazy web gems, game-winning home runs, and more, whether you hear it for the first time or you just want to relive the magic, the call of the game will bring back the best moment from the night that was.
Free! It's a word you don't hear often, but it's the only word in the Cape Cod League. Every single game on the Cape is free, which means you can bring the entire family, extended family, and the extended family for no charge at Doran Park or to any other game on the Cape. Catch the best collegiate summer league in the nation for absolutely no charge all summer long.
Cape Cod League Baseball is back on the New England Sports Network in 2022. Nesson will feature 5 Cape League games on its airwaves this season, the first of which comes on June 30th when the Braves take on the Falmouth Commodores, and then the Nesson crew comes to Doran Park on July 21st when the Braves host the Wareham Gatemen. All Cape League games on Nesson start at 7, and the station will also feature the league's All-Star Game. It's the best summer baseball in the nation, and it's live on the same station as the Boston Red Sox all summer long.
This is Josh Moylan, first baseman from East Carolina, and this is Born Braves Baseball.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Welcome back to Lowell Park. I'm Max Tanzer, joined alongside Calvin Cristoforo, and in what has been the most important game in terms of circumstances for the Braves this season, they have jumped out to a convincing lead after a 3-run top of the 3rd inning. They lead it 7-0 here. And again, if they could pick up a win tonight, will secure the President's Trophy and the #1 seed coming out of the West for the Cape Cod League postseason, which begins tomorrow. The night is now done for Rob Adams, who gave Scott Landers everything he could have asked for. 4 innings of work, allowed just 3 hits, no runs, as he makes way to a new right-hander in Baynes for the Braves.
Justin Baynes, the right-hander. Division II product from St. Thomas Aquinas. He was their closer this year. 8 saves for this guy. Played this summer for the Winnipesaukee Muskrats of the NECBL. And this guy is one of the most intelligent fellas you're going to find heading to UMaine in the fall.
Baynes will get Trotter Harlan to lead things off. His first pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. 0-1. And Winnipesaukee? I've not heard that one before.
Winnipesaukee, the Muskrats. You never heard of Lake Winnipesaukee?
I have not. Even Mac Friday from Texas has heard of Winnipesaukee.
Ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster? Yeah.
I've heard that. I've seen it, actually.
You've seen the Loch Ness Monster?
The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs ball 1.
In person?
1-1. Yes, but it wasn't in Lake Winnipesaukee.
Okay.
Back on the West Coast.
I don't think you saw the right Loch Ness Monster.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Only my eyes can tell the story. 1-1 the count here. Baynes from the stretch. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball in the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 from Baynes. Swing and a foul straight back. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So the Braves pushed across 3 runs in what was the top of the 5th inning. An RBI single from Ryan Enos, an RBI single from Nelson Taylor, and an RBI single from Alan Espinal. So the bottom of the order, really productive so far tonight. 1-2 is a breaking ball well upstairs. Counts even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This not the only game around the Cape today, though. The Whitey Red Sox will be taking on the Chatham Anglers for what will be the decider of who wins the East between Brewster and Whitey. Of course, those two thought they were going to decide it yesterday, but tied 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Baynes. Swing and a high pop at first base side and out of play. Count holds even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here.
And I hate to change the topic, but from the University of Maine just has an incredible ring to it over the PA system.
Does it?
When they introduced Justin Baynes.
Some hometown representation?
It's Maine's top 15 academic institution.
Here's the 2-2 from Baynes. Breaking ball rings up Trotter for strike 3. Welcome to the Braves. Justin Baynes strikes out Harlan on a nasty breaking ball in the outside corner. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. That is now 7 batters in a row retired from Braves pitching, dating all the way back to the 3rd.
Great pitch there. Got him looking on a slider down and away. If that first at-bat is any indication, Baynes is going to be a big-time pickup to this Braves pitching staff.
So here's Eddie Park now. He's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice in the 2nd and was a pickoff victim from the lefty and Rob Adams. Braves up by 7 here. First pitch is a fastball that misses up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. So the Braves, they've swung it well the last 2 times they've been to Lowell Park now. Back on July 7th, a 12-7 victory here. 2 home runs in that ball game for Matt Shaw, in fact. 1-0. Change-up misses outside ball 2. 2-0 the count. And we touched on it a little bit earlier in the last half inning. The Braves have scored 7 runs. You've gotten no hits from Matt Shaw, a couple of walks. No hits from Matt Horvath. Just 1 single from Chris Brito. It's been full contribution from every man of the 9-man lineup tonight.
And that's just really...
Next pitch misses down low ball 3-0.
Really stunning to think about. I mean, if I told you that the Braves would have a 7-0 lead in the 5th inning and Matt Shaw and Matt Horvath would be a combined 0 for 4, you'd call me crazy.
3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken upstairs for ball 4, so Park will take the walk. Breaks the string of 7 consecutive batters retired. 1 on 1 down here in the 5th. And if you're Scott Landers, that's what you're looking for entering the postseason now. And I think you were touching on it a bit earlier, but guys like Enos, guys like Eblin, JKG just joining the club here, you know, they have some scrappiness to them. They're not going to be the guys that come out there and hit a combined 15 bombs on the summer, but instead dragging for base hits, slapping balls the other way, stealing bases. And when you have a core like Shaw, Horvath, and Brito, and Slight in the middle of your lineup, those surrounding pieces are huge. First pitch on the way to Ignafo is lined softly out to the shortstop, and Shaw, who picks it up right across the lettering on the chest portion of his jersey for out number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for Baines, as Park has to head back to first base. But when you're putting together a lineup, I think when you have guys like Enos, like Eblin, and so forth, Nelson Taylor, who I think has put together some really good at-bats as of late, it's so nice to be able to surround your core in the middle of your lineup with guys like that.
And there's hard decisions to be made by Scott Landers, which means you got a lot of different guys you can trust, which is a huge benefit heading into the postseason.
Here's Enrique Bradfield now with 2 down. Trotter takes his lead. First pitch is a fastball taken down low for ball 1. 1-0, and correction, that's Park over at first base. Bradfield flew out to the left fielder in Enos back in the 3rd inning. This is a guy with a ton of speed. 46 for 46 and stole base attempts at Vanderbilt this spring. Check over to first base. Park will get back in standing up. And when Enrique Bradfield made his season debut, that was in Bourne, the last time these two teams faced back on July 20th. There was a certain buzz in the ballpark just to get to see him for the first time here on the Cape. Runner goes, 1-0 is up and away. Throw down to second from Espinal on line. The tag applied by Shaw's in time. Alan Espinal throws a seed down to second base to retire Eddie Park and end the inning. Braves lead it 7-0. We're heading to the top of the 6th. And with that, let's send things down to Ethan Frank. Ethan, what do you got for us?
Unfortunately, no Around the Cape today, Max, because only one other game, and that doesn't start until 7 o'clock because that's at Veterans Field in Chatham. But I want to provide a little update on the Braves. I got 7 runs, 10 hits, no runs allowed on only 3 hits for Katuit so far. And what I'll say is this dugout is extremely calm and humble right now. These guys are not, screaming their lungs out. They are not overly celebrating. They are playing like this game is just another day because they know that there is more than just today. And while today will obviously be a very special win if the Braves are able to get another 12 outs, that it's not the end of the road and this is not the most important game in the entire world. So that just gives you a little bit of insight into the mentality in the dugout right now. This team is on a mission that does not end today. It just starts today.
Absolutely, Ethan. Was the energy like that before? Were they a little bit more antsy? Or?
I think at the start of the game, they were a little pumped up, but as the game has gone on and the Braves have been able to continue to pile on runs, it's been like, okay, we belong here. This is our time. And the comfortability levels are just increasing as you keep on playing more and more baseball. And you're like, okay, this is how it's meant to be, and we're going to continue.
Great insight from Ethan Frank. Thank you so much, Ethan. We enter the top half of the 6th inning. Braves lead it 7-0. The Kettleers go into the bullpen once again. Their 4th arm used tonight is Ethan Mishra. For Mishra, a product of Ethan Mishra, going to be making his first outing as a Kettleer this season. Again, a couple of late additions here for Mike Robertson. Down by 7 right here, almost just trying to eat up some innings and save his arms for tomorrow. Whether the Kettleers come back into this ball game or able not to be able to push through, and then we'll play Hyannis tomorrow. Again, a big game here tonight, game number 44 in this season. You could call it the wild card game, you could call it game number 163, but nonetheless, winner take all for that number 1 seed in the Western Division. And the loser will get that number 2 spot. And this is big either way, of course. We've mentioned it on the broadcast a couple of times. You got to keep your focus on the actual playoff games tomorrow as both of these teams have their spots solidified. But moving forward here, if the Braves can hold on and get that number 1 seed, that'll be huge for them moving forward. One, if they play a team like Katuit down the road in the 2nd round, or if they make it to the championship round looking for that number 1 seed as well. So Matt Shaw will lead things off against Mishra here. Shaw still looking for his first knock of the night. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch. Fastball runs outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. So Meyer through 2 innings of work, allowed 4 runs, the sacrifice fly to John Peck, and then the 3 RBI singles from Enos, Taylor, and Espinal. 1-0 pitch is a fastball up and away ball 2. 2-0 the count here.
And Mishra didn't pitch at all this season for Virginia Commonwealth, but his numbers in the Cal Ripken League are just out of this world.
Here's the 2-0 to Shaw. Swing and a miss. Massive rip from the Brave shortstop, 2-1.
Allowed just 2 earned runs, one of them being a home run. In 26 innings, his ERA .69. This guy was unhittable.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside ball 3. 3-1 the count here. So Mike Roberts would love to bring that here onto the Cape. Of course, down by 7, just trying to keep that the deficit. 3-1 is a fastball taken upstairs for ball 4. So Matt Shaw works for the 3rd time tonight. He's on first base to open up the inning. That is now the 4th consecutive inning in which a Kettleers pitcher has walked the first batter to open up the frame.
And Shaw's taken ball 4 3 times.
3rd in the league in stolen bases is Shaw at 21, trailing just Nishida and Jeb of the Harbor Hawks, who we saw last night. Here's Mac Warvath looking to pick up his first hit, the only man in the starting 9 tonight not to reach so far. He grounded out to 3rd his last time up. First pitch is swung on and driven out to fairly deep center field. Enrique Bradfield racing back towards the track, reaches up right in front of the wall to make the catch for out number 1. So Horvath gave it a ride, but Bradfield, an all SEC defender, is able to run it down.
He's just an eraser out there in center. I mean, this guy just makes up ground like no tomorrow. Ball stung, but a fairly routine play by Bradfield, and 1 is gone here in the 6th.
Just 397 feet to straightaway center, 320 down the lines here. So, hitter's ballpark, to say the least. And Matt Shaw spoke to you before the game, Calvin, and said, yeah, this ballpark plays small. One of the reasons why he loves to hit at it. 1-on-1 down, Braves up by 7. Here's the first pitch to Brito. Fastball down, away ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
And a funny part of that conversation, it started when I said, hey, Matt, you've had success. You love hitting here? And he thought I was just talking about the season in general. So he goes, yeah, I love just hitting with the wood bat.
An easy mistake to make with the numbers he's put up. 1-0 is across the inside corner, a strike. 1-1 the count. And it seems like every day he's talking to someone new. I walked into the parking lot here on Tuesday when we were supposed to play the Kettleers, or the Braves were supposed to play the Kettleers, excuse me. And he was talking to a couple reporters, and it seems like he's the one that everyone wants to talk to just because he's been so fantastic this year. 1-1. Fastball outside ball 2. 2-1 the count. And for a guy of his prowess and the numbers that he's put up and the resume he's built over this summer, he is just so respectful to anyone who wants to talk to him. Seems like such a great teammate, at least from afar, from what we've heard. Here's the 2-1 to Brito. Swing and a miss out in front of a breaking ball. 2-2 the count here.
And even today, the bus pulled up right in front of the press box behind its home plate, as it does here at Lowell Park. And before Matt Shaw could step off the pavement into the concourse, he was being asked for an autograph.
There you go. He's being looked for. Likely a first-round pick next year when he's draft eligible. 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch down out of the zone. Brito set down on strikes for the 2nd time of the night. First punch out this evening for Ethan Mishra, as that sends up Josh Kuroda, grounder to the plate, who's 2 for 3 tonight, an RBI and 2 singles, and he's made his presence known right out of the gate here. In fact, he's picking up 2 of the 10 hits for the Braves this evening. Shadow's starting to loom over here. Distance between the pitcher's mound and home plate completely in sunshine, but Shadow's being casted by the trees behind the third base grandstand, now starting to stretch towards that pitcher's mound. First pitch is a changeup inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
And for Kuroda Gower here, he's had a really good opening act to his time with the Braves. His objective is to make Scott Landers have to put him in the playoff lineup when the postseason starts tomorrow.
He's checked off a lot of boxes. Here's a freshman this year, of course, from Rutgers, 3rd team All-Big Ten. As the 1-0 is swung and skied into foul ground. Lomavina, the catcher, will give it a look, but this one's way out of play. Towards the parking lot as the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike here.
Hope we didn't park close.
I unfortunately did. But
oh.
Let's hope the Subaru's okay.
I mean, that's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Absolutely. It's built to withstand a baseball. Maybe not a JKG baseball because he hits the ball a little bit harder than I did back in the day, but...
You mean last night?
1-1 is swung on its sky nut to straightaway left field, medium depth. Carter Trice circles around it. He's there to make the catch. That will retire this side. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on here for the Braves in the top of the 6th. Running to the bottom half of the 6th. 7-0. Braves your score.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
BornBraves.org, the official website of the Born Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BornBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Born Braves Baseball on the Born Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Born Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Seth Keener from Wake Forest, right-handed pitcher, and this is Born Braves Baseball.
Welcome back to Lowell Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Braves up 7-0 here. It's been all Born tonight in what's a winner-take-all game for the #1 seed entering the playoffs from the western side. I'm Max Tanzer alongside Calvin Cristoforo here. The Braves' offense has been clicking on all cylinders tonight, and the pitching getting underlooked just a little bit. Rob Adams, a really good 4th inning. Baines, a good 5th inning of work, and now it's going to be a new arm, another new face in Sean Colkin, out for the 6th.
If you look at my Braves side of the scorecard, you'll see what would probably be a typical drawing of mine. A lot of drawing outside of the line, scribbles anywhere. You turn it over, and it's just an outline. Cotuit, through 5 innings, has sent just 17 batters to home plate. Scratch that, just 16 batters to home plate. And here is Sean Culkin for his Braves debut. 6'6", this guy really big, but drops down and throws from the side. Played in the Valley League this summer. Pretty good numbers, 3.45 ERA for Harrisburg. Trying to continue that success here on the Cape in his first appearance.
A product of James Madison, was tied for the single season record in program history with 26 appearances, all of which out of the bullpen. Here's Enrique Bradfield to lead things off. The first pitch is a fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1. That one coming in at 88 miles an hour. 0-1 the count.
And I think going forward, you're not going to see a pitcher for the Braves pitch more than 1 inning. I think it's going to be 1-1-1-1-1, especially with this 7-run lead.
A 1 pitch, swing and a foul straight back. The bat goes flying down the first base line as it torpedoes towards the first base dugout. So 0-2 the count on Bradfield. As it led to the third base dugout, gets some rosin, maybe some tiger stick, and a new piece of lumber as well.
And Bradfield doesn't use batting gloves. So just rosin and pine tar. That bat went soaring. Luckily, it didn't twist far enough. It went into the Braves dugout down the first base line.
Bradfield was at the plate when Eddie Park was caught stealing second base. Alan Espinal made a really good throw. That was just at about the shoe tops of Matt Shaw, right on the front corner of the second base bag that faces and points towards home plate. Shaw was able to apply the tag on Park to end the inning. Colquitt ahead big time here, 0-2 here in the 6th. Nobody out, 7-run lead for the Braves. Pitch on the way is slashed foul down the left field side and out play. Count stays at 0-2 here.
From the left side, his swing kind of reminds me of Joe Morgan a little bit.
Okay, I see that a lot actually.
Kind of has that herky-jerky movement.
No batting gloves
pitch
as well.
comes in, no batting gloves. Guy with a ton of speed, left-handed bat.
And a ton of speed. Describes him perfectly. 46 of 46 and stolen bases, second in the nation in that category, and he was not caught once. His 4 for 4 this summer so far in a small sample size. Here's the 0-2. Check swing and a foul ball in and out of the mitt of Espinal. Count stays at 0-2.
Bradfield an outfielder, Morgan an infielder, but still I think it's a swing comp at least. Relatively there. Bradfield hasn't developed the power that Joe Morgan had just yet.
Here's the 0-2. Outside with the breaking ball. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I was starting to touch on it just a little bit before Park was thrown out at second base. But again, this guy brings a buzz to the ball club with some sort of electricity. The 1-2 is swung on and skied into shallow right field. Horvath sprinting in. He's there in shallow right field to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here for Colquitt. As we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning, that brings up Caleb Ketchup, the 9-hole hitter, to the plate here. But Bradfield going to light the base paths up this postseason for the Kettleers. And I mean, if you're Mike Roberts and you're recruiting players, I think Enrique Bradfield is your guy. We know how much he loves to steal bases. He holds clinics and writes books on base running. Dude's been quiet on the paths tonight. So the first pitch to Ketchup is a fastball over the outside corner at 87. 0-1 the count. And it's hard to run when you have a guy like Rob Adams on the mound, a left-hander 1, but 2 has a really good pickoff move and controls the running game very effectively. 0-1 is a breaking ball down and away. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ketchup's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to Taylor in center back in the 3rd inning. Took him out towards the warning track in left center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Colquitt. Breaking ball just floats a little bit low. Really close spot. That one coming in at 75. 2-1. And it's only probably been a handful of times we've seen a fastball over 90 miles an hour today. Every pitcher has worked in a slow breaking ball and has been sitting mid to upper 80s. 2-1. Breaking ball just misses a little bit inside. A really close spot again. That time at 72. 3-1 the count.
It just goes to show you once again, you don't need to be Aroldis Chapman to have success in this league.
No doubt about that. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 3/4 hack. Ketchup went after a fastball at the top of the zone. 3-2, and with Colquitt standing at 6'6" and his knuckles scraping the ground almost on every pitch, that one likely had the illusion that it was rising right there, which induced a really uncomfortable swing from Ketchup. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. To his right goes shot, and it scoots under his glove into left field. A rare error for Matt Shaw at short, who looked to have had that ball played perfectly. Just lifted his glove up a little bit too early. That'll be an E6 on the normally sure-handed shortstop.
Yeah, you said it, rare error, but I'm sure Shaw's not going to keep that one in the brain storage for a while. He'll have a really short memory, and his goal now is to try to spin a double play with the dangerous Tommy Troy coming to home plate.
Flips over the lineup for the 3rd time tonight. Troy is 0 for 2, grounded out to first, and popped out to short back in the 3rd as well. Ketchup has good speed over there at first. 2 stolen bases for him this summer. Colquitt ball behind his back, glove tucked into his front chest. Brings the 2 together as he comes set. First pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball down low. Appeal down the first base as he did go around. That's Rick Antonio over there. 0-1 the count here on Troy. So that slow bender catching Troy off balance here. Troy an all-star for the West this year. Looking for a big moment right now. Get his Kettleers back into this game. 0-1 is another good breaking ball that clips the outer edge. 0-2 here. Troy's had the Braves number this season, 5 for 13 entering tonight, but they've held him hitless at 0 for 2. Colquitt settles from the first base side of the hill. His 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, stung to shot, short. Circles around it, goes to second for 1. The relay toss to first base is not in time. Troy just runs too well, but Matt Shaw able to pick up the 6-4 fielder's choice, a good bounce back after the E6.
And I'm sure Shaw loves that. An opportunity for him to get right back into his clean defense he's shown all season. A stinging one-hopper he fielded on the backhand and easy toss over to second. You said it, though, too much speed by Tommy Troy running down that first base line. And as much as Tommy Troy has been successful this season, Wareham lost a stud after Troy was a gateman last season.
Absolutely. Wareham eliminated from the playoffs, the one team from the West not to make it to the postseason. First pitch on the way to Caleb Lomavita is down low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. So 7-0 Braves your score. If their score holds, the Braves will play Falmouth at Doran tomorrow, and the Kettleers will play the Harbor Hawks here at Lowell Park tomorrow as well. 1-0 is tapped on the ground to third. High bouncer fielded by Peck in foul territory. Count evens up at 1 here. And how about that for a matchup with how close those teams have played each other? Majority one-run games with a 2-run win for Falmouth mixed in between. Had a couple of controversial calls, a protest by Scott Landers. Could be a lot of fireworks in that best-of-3 series. 1-1 is down to away ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And then you have Katuitt and Hyannis, which I think is another remarkable matchup if that ends up coming to fruition. Because the two were playing tug-of-war for first place in the division over the last 3 weeks. And fairly similar in the way that their ball clubs are built. So the 2-1 is smoked on the ground to third, fielded by Peck to his forehanded side. He'll gobble it up and toss to JKG at second base for the inning-ending 5-4 fielder's choice. Another shutout inning twirled together by Braves pitching. They have shut out the Kettleers 7-0.
Over to the 50-50 table at Doran Park and play everyone's favorite ballpark game of chance. A different list of prizes are available every home game, and of course, half the pot is always up for grabs. Take it from me, my family played the 50-50 last season and won a gift certificate to a local ice cream shop, and I can tell you firsthand it was delicious. Check out the list of prizes over at the 50-50 table next to the concession stand and play the 50-50 leg, because I'm sure there's a prize for you.
For the first time since 2019, the Cape Cod League All-Star Game is back. On Saturday, July 23rd at 6:45, the best players on King will come together in Wareham and duke it out in an East Division versus West Division clash. In 2021, the Braves had a league-leading 9 All-Stars, but they weren't able to shine in the mid-season showcase. But now the game is back, and it will include your favorite Braves stars, as well as the best talent from around the Cape.
This is Nigel Belgrave, pitcher from the University of Maryland. This is Born Braves Baseball.
Entering the back third of this ball game here at Lowell Park, the Braves lead it 7-0 and are winner-take-all for the #1 seed entering the postseason. With Galvin Cristoforo, I'm Max Tanzer here, and offense and pitching have both been working fantastically as a tandem for Scott Landers tonight. 6 shutout frames twirled together from Braves pitching, who has just been remarkable this season, and 7 runs against a Katuitt pitching staff who has struggled at home, but is really controlled the Braves multiple times this season. Ethan Mishra out for his second inning of work, was able to piece together a shutout 6th inning. He's going to get 6, 7, and 8 here in the Braves lineup. Ryan Enos, who has been taking over the Matt Shaw role tonight as the Katuitt killer, has driven in 3 runs, a 2-run home run, an RBI single, and was walked back in the 4th. Righty on right here, Mishra, the tall right-hander, steps on the first base side of the rubber. His first pitch is a breaking ball swung right through by Enos for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. And Braves pitching, we've talked about it over the last week, has been just tremendous. One of the main reasons why they've won 5 one-run games in a row, as Mishra delivers the 0-1 pitch. Fastball clips the outside corner, strike 2, 0-2. Over the last 7 games, the pitching staff as a total has allowed just 11 runs through 63 frames. It's a 1.57 ERA. You can add 6 more innings on top of that with just those 11 runs. 0-2. Fastball misses outside. 1-2 the count. Go to the bullpen. 5 earned runs through 30 2/3 of an inning's work. That's a 1.49 ERA. So everyone's been stepping up as of late. It's The 1-2 is a breaking ball, swung on and popped up shallow left field. Carter Trice sprinting towards the line. This one's going to dump in for a base hit. Enos digging for 2. Trice is throwing a couple of hops, is not in time. Is Ryan Enos. He is just seeing the ball tonight. A double for him. He's now a triple away from the cycle, and he's picked up 3 hits tonight.
Talk about exciting guys to watch. Enos goes jack, walk, RBI knock, hustle double. I mean, come on.
So that's a little poem right there.
Yeah, right? I can make a haiku out of that.
Ryan picks up the 11th hit of the night collectively here for the Braves as they look to add on to this 7-run lead. That sends up Josh Moylan. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Snuck a hard ground ball through the right side for a single back in the 4th. Enos with good speed at second. Here's Mishra's first pitch. Swinging a high fly ball driven deep out to left field. Carter Trice trailing back towards the track, reaches up in front of the wall to make the catch. Tagging from second and heading for third is Enos. He'll get there without a play. Josh Moylan gave that one a ride the other way. A productive out nonetheless as it advances Enos 90 feet.
When was the last time you've seen someone tag up from second to third without a throw?
On a fly ball to left field,
On a fly ball to left field.
Impressive. And 1-2, that was loud contact off the bat. And Enos, knowing that Trice had a good chance to catch this one, read it well and went back to the bag to tag up, which was a smart play because if it gets down, he likely could score from second either way. And now, an opportunity for Nelson Taylor to drive in a run. Corners in, middle back here with 1 down. First pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs, ball 1. 1-0. Nelson picked up an RBI single back in the 5th inning, a hard ground ball into right field for a base hit. Checked in with his 3rd RBI of the season. Snapped an 0 for 8 little skid as well. Mishra from the stretch again. 1-0. Fastball misses inside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Katuitt shut out these Braves 7-0 all the way back on June 16th in the 4th game of the year. 40 games later in the biggest game of the season, Braves have a 7-0 lead on them. 2-0 is swung on its skied out to deep right field. Eddie Park trailing back towards the track. He's there to make the catch. Tagging from third and coming around to score with ease is Ryan Enos. An RBI sacrifice fly for Nelson Taylor, his 2nd run batted into the night. As the Braves have put 8 on the board now, they lead by that much. Here with 2 down now in the top of the 7th.
And there's just a lot of long stairs in the Katuitt dugout down the third base line. We talked about this in the open. It's not the biggest game of the season. The biggest game of the season is tomorrow in Game 1 of the playoffs. But if this is any indication, the Braves have made a statement.
First pitch to Alan Espinal is grounded softly left side, past the diving third baseman. Trice the shortstop backhands, jumps and throws, and it's just late. Is Alan Espinal will beat it out, an infield single. A ball with eyes on it picks up his 3rd hit of the night as he extended his inning streak to 4 games earlier. Now has 3 hits as the Braves catcher continues to heat up here.
Espy wants to be in the playoff lineup. The dude's 3 for 3. Hasn't been out tonight. I mean, you're just getting production up and down this lineup. It's quite remarkable.
So that'll send up John Peck to the plate here. Still good for his first hit. 2 down, 8-0 lead for the Braves here in the top of the 7th. First pitch is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. Peck came into the game as a replacement for Bryce Eblin, who was shaken up after diving headfirst into first base. Gotta hope he's okay moving into the postseason, a big piece for this Braves lineup. Peck drove in a run to the 4th with a sac fly to center. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive, softly hit right at the second baseman Harlan, who trots up and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Braves pick up another run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on here in the top of the 7th. 8-0 Bravos here in the all-deciding number 1 seed game of the season. Bottom of the 7th coming up here on the Born Braves Radio Network.
Can first pitch not come soon enough? Well, don't worry. Before the Bravos has you covered. Starting 15 minutes before first pitch at home or on the road, Before the Bravos has the pregame insight and analysis you need to get game ready. From exclusive interviews, a first look at the opposition, lineup breakdowns, and so much more, Before the Bravos is the best place to start your evening of baseball. Before the Bravos, 15 minutes before first pitch, every game day, live on the Born Braves YouTube stream.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they are investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
Let's take you back out to the ball game. It's time for more Bourne Braves baseball.
Last of the 7th inning, 8-0 Braves, your score. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Here in game number 44 on the season, and it's always a treat when the last and final game of the regular campaign has some meaning to it. The Braves looking to clinch their 2nd consecutive President's Trophy with a win tonight, and they are just 9 outs away with a cushiony 8-0 lead. Colkin out for his 2nd inning of work. He's going to get 3, 4, and 5 here in the Kettleers lineup as they got some work to do here. So we're going to see a couple of defensive replacements, the one being Ryan Enos pulled from this game. That's going to be Nadir Lewis over in left field. Enos moving to third base. Peck over to short. So Lewis coming into the game. It's a man left field. Shaw will be taken out as Peck moves over to short. And again, likely just giving Peck make that Shaw some breathing room for the remainder of this ball game with the Braves with such a large lead. So Carter Trice will lead things off right here. Nadir Lewis, meanwhile, will slide into Matt Shaw's 2 spot. So he will lead off the next inning. So here's Carter Trice to lead things off, just his 3rd at-bat of the night. Here in the 7th inning, he's 0 for 2, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in the first and flew out to right back in the 4th. Compare that to the Braves, 3 at-bats for the majority of this Kituitt lineup. John Peck and Evelyn have combined for 5. First pitch to Trice is pounded in the ground and fouled on the third base side. 0-1 the count. Braves entering tonight were 2-3 against the Kettleers. If they can hold on, would even up the season series at 3 apiece here. And could take over the season score as well. Coming into this evening's game, Kituitt led 30-25. The 0-1 is a fastball down, away ball 1. Count evens up. If this score holds, the Braves would have outscored the Kettleers in the regular campaign at 33-30. A couple of explosive offensive performances from the Bravos against these Kettleers. Just the 1-1 is grounded fouled on the third base side again. 1-2 the count. And really, for the most part, there's only been one close game, and that was the first matchup between these two, the 6-4 Kituitt win. 7-0 after that, 12-7 Braves next, 7-3 Braves on July 10th, and then 7-2 Kituitt the last time these two teams faced. 1-2 is a breaking ball that floats in like a balloon but misses up and in for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Shadows now playing a larger role, almost the entirety of the pitcher's mound and distance between it and home plate covered in shadows here. Right side of the infield still being shined with sunshine. The 2-2 is swung on its sky into foul ground. The third baseman in Enos ranging towards the fence. He's going to reach up and he can't make the play, as it looked like it glanced off the netting, then came back towards him. Count will stay at 2-2.
And if the netting is not there, he probably makes that catch. And now Carter Trice is bleeding. There is blood all over his left arm, which is very noticeable with that white jersey.
Absolutely, and maybe just a cut or something like that that may have gotten exposed a little bit. My first thought was maybe blister, but he has batting gloves on.
It looks like it's a bloody nose, or
he has some paper towels being provided to him by the trainers, and he is looking to squeeze that nose right there, so that may be the case. Rubs his hands in the dirt.
Oh, man.
You can see there's blood just dripping across his left shoulder and down towards the Kituitt lettering across his chest.
Looks like he just got done playing a game of hockey.
Nonetheless, tough kid. He'll stay in here. 2-2 the count, nobody out. And again, what could be his final regular season at-bat here in 2022. Of course, Kituitt has clinched their postseason spot, so win or loss tonight. They will still host tomorrow. Likely against Hyannis if the score holds. Colkin after the layoff settles. 2-2, checks his swing. Appeal down to third base, but should be to first, and now they will appeal to first. They say he did not go around. Count runs full at 3-2, and Scott Landers from the first base dugout asking for an exclamation make that from Tom Ryberg, the home plate umpire.
I can't say I don't disagree. It looked like a swing.
He checked his swing, almost fell to a knee, and his chest was facing the third base dugout after that one. And I agree with you. It looked like that barrel definitely eclipsed home plate. Nonetheless, ball 3. Payoff pitch is a fastball. That one's on the outside corner after all for strike 3. Colkin's first punch out in a Braves uniform. This one via Trice. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. So here comes Ryan Galaney to the plate. He's 1 for 2, singled in the second, flew out to right back in the 4th. Kettleers with just 3 hits this evening after what was an offensive outburst, especially early on against Falmouth yesterday. They won that game 6-1, but took a 4-run lead in the first after the first 5 batters reached. First pitch on the way is a fastball in the inside corner to Galaney for strike 1. 0-1. For Kettleers, we've talked about it before. Got off to a rapidly paced start, 13-2-2 in their first 17 games. Began the year, in fact, 9-0-1, undefeated through the first 10 contests. Here's the 0-1 from Colkin. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Count evens up. But in July, finished 9-13-3. With a team ERA of 4.98. And a big reason for that, had a lot of draft-eligible players who left and were drafted. 1-1 is found straight back. 1-2. It seemed at the beginning of the season, you had Kettleers players leading almost every category, both on the offensive and pitching side of things, but they had to restructure their roster just about a month through the season, which allowed teams like Hyannis and these Braves to take advantage and sneak their way back up. 1-2 the count here with 1 down. Time now called. I think one of the more interesting notes about this Kettleers club as well, 31 for 51 in stolen bases in June, 19 for 32 in July. 1-2. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side and out of play. Count stays at 1-2. So not only were they stealing less, but they were less successful as well.
Well, that goes into your roster turnover. You look at the guys they lost. Simpson, Victor Scott,
Collier,
all those guys fly. That's why they were stealing bases so successfully so early.
Brooks Baldwin as well. 1-2 is flown out in the air, right field. Horvath in the sunshine will backpedal back to make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Colkin. He's retired 4 in a row as that sends up Trotter Harlan to the plate. Meanwhile, for Scott Landers, his club has stayed together for the most part. Again, there's been a handful of players who have been key contributors who have left. Jack Duffy, Dakota Harris, Wyatt Hensler. But for the most part, you've held on to Eblin, Shaw, Brito, Slight,
Peck.
First pitch to Harlan is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The pitching staff has shuffled around just a little bit, but in reality, over the last 3 weeks, this pitching staff has been better than we've seen it the entire summer, and all these guys, of course, staying for the postseason. 0-1 is a breaking ball on the outside corner, 0-2. The only significant name or two that I think that they've lost over the last few weeks is Berkwich and Arguez to this point, but you still have Cunningham, you still have Boxrucker, you still have Keener. The 0-2 is a fastball down away ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And those 3 names just off the top of the head don't even do justice for the rest of this staff, which has just been unhittable over the last week and a half. 1-2 is swung on and flipped into shallow center field. Coming in is Taylor. He'll have to play it on a couple of hops. So a base hit for Trotter Harlan. That's his first hit of the night, and the first base hit from this Kettleers offense all the way back since Ryan Ignafo's single back in the 3rd inning. So here comes Scott Landers to the mound, and we'll see if the night is now done for Colkin in his Braves debut. Landers trots out, takes the ball from his right-hander as Colkin's night is finished. But he gets through an inning and 2/3, allowing no runs. He'll be responsible for Trotter Harlan. over at first base. We'll tell you all about the new arm for the Braves when we return. They lead at 8-0 here with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th.
Missed the biggest part of the game? Don't worry, the Bravos have you covered. Catch the call of the game on the Braves Twitter @BoardBraves to hear the night's biggest moment. From big-time strikeouts to crazy web gems, game-winning home runs, and more, whether you hear it for the first time or you just want to relive the magic, the call of the game will bring back the best moment from the night that was.
Free! It's a word you don't hear often, but it's the only word in the Cape Cod League. Every single game on the Cape is free, which means you can bring the entire family, extended family, and the extended family for no charge at Doran Park or to any other game on the Cape. Catch the best collegiate summer league in the nation for absolutely no charge all summer long.
Cape Cod League Baseball is back on the New England Sports Network in 2022. Nesson will feature 5 Cape League games on its airwaves this season, the first of which comes on June 30th when the Braves take on the Falmouth Commodores, and then the Nesson crew comes to Doran Park on July 21st when the Braves host the Wareham Gatemen. All Cape League games on Nesson start at 7, and the station will also feature the league's All-Star Game. It's the best summer baseball in the nation, and it's live on the same station as the Boston Red Sox all summer long.
Hey, this is Ty Cummings, Braves pitcher from Campbell University, and this is Born Braves Baseball.
Welcome back to Katuitt, bottom of the 7th inning, 2 down. The night now done for Sean Culkin after an inning and 2/3 of relief in his Braves debut. Allowed the single to Trotter Harlan. And now Scott Landers coming out to the bullpen to bring in another new face for this Braves team. Cooper Smith, the left-hander out of Stetson.
At Stetson this year, just a dozen innings, allowed 9 runs, 5 of them earned. That's an ERA of 6.75. But this summer, for the North Shore Navigators, an ERA of 3.57 in 40 1/3 innings of work.
So he'll get the left-hander at Eddie Park as Scott Landers plays matchups right here. Harlan takes his lead from first base. Here's the first pitch. Fastball spiked down low in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Park is 0 for 1 this evening, reached via the walk back to the 5th inning, but was caught stealing on the pickoff play. Or excuse me, it was actually Alan Espinal who threw him out at second as the 1-0 is smacked right up the box. Peck to his left, gobbles it up, takes it to the second base bag, unassisted, wins the foot race between him and Harlan as that will retire the side. Smith showing off some reflexes in his Braves debut as that one flashed by his head, but luckily enough, the shortstop for the Braves and John Peck was able there to take care of business. Running to the top of the 8th, Braves lead it by that much, 8-0 your score, as they are 6 outs away from locking out the number 1 seed.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve. That's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
For the first time since 2019, the full Cape Cod League playoff slate is back. Last season, just 2 teams from the East and West Division respectively played in the shortened playoff format, but this year there will be a full 8-team slate. 4 teams from the East and West will get a shot at the title. The Braves have missed the postseason just once since 2007 and look to make another run back to the title game in 2022, a series they lost a season ago. It's the Cape Cod League playoffs and they're back in full swing for the first time in 3 years.
The Born Braves are out on the road. Let's get back to the action on the Born Braves Radio Network.
8-0 Braves in the top half of the 8th inning back at Lowell Park in Katuitt. It's been the Bravos early, it's been the Bravos often, it's been the Bravos all night long. 2 runs in the second, a run in the third, 3 in the 5th, a run in the 7th, and they lead it 8-0 over Katuitt in a winner-take-all West Division title on the line here in Game 44 of the season. Dear Lewis will start off the 8th inning. He came in last inning as a defensive replacement, and he rips the first pitch, foul back to the screen, strike 1. Lewis still 0 for on his Cape campaign. Looking to get the ball rolling. The pitch, down and in, ball 1. Braves have gotten a lot of big-time parts of their lineup going today. But Lewis, another guy you'd love to see swinging it well as you head to the postseason tomorrow. The 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Lewis, a guy who's definitely got the potential to break out. .330 hitter this season at Princeton, led the team in home runs, extra base hits, 2-1. Fouled back over the press box behind home plate, 2-2. Second team Ivy League selection. Off to a slow start, but Scott Landers giving him an opportunity to break out of that rut before the playoffs begin. Here's the 2-2. Fastball caught him looking, strike 3. That is a dot over the heart of the plate. That catches Lewis looking at it for strike 3.
You touched on it. An opportunity with an 8-0 lead right here. Landers able to piggyback a couple of relievers to get them some reps before the postseason. Get a guy like Nadir Lewis some at-bats as well, which is pivotal right now on what could be a high-leverage spot.
So one gone. Here's Mac Horvath down low for a ball. Enos got going. Espinal got going. Lewis, though, continuing to struggle. He strikes out to begin this inning. Bases empty, one gone. The 1-0 to Horvath. Across the plate, a fastball at 84 miles an hour for strike 1. Horvath on the night 0 for 4 after he clocked a home run at Doran Park last night. The 1-1. Inside, clips the corner, 1-2.
The only starter to yet to reach base tonight.
The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Horvath trying to do that. Just another offensive achievement for the Braves tonight, who have pushed 8 runs across home plate on a dozen hits. The 2-2. Swung on and crushed. This is tattooed out to left field. Look out, Kettleers bullpen. You have an incoming missile. That is a scorching home run by Mac Horvath. And you can put that 0 for 4 night behind you with one big-time swing. The Braves offense just does not stop. It's 9-0 Bourne in the 8th.
And there was no question about this one. Homers in back-to-back nights. Now 6 on the season through just 18 games. It's crazy.
Here's Chris Brito, who looks at ball 1. Mac Horvath punishing baseballs, and now the Braves, in the last 2 contests here at Lowell Park, have dropped a combined 3 touchdowns on the Kettleers, 21 runs, and not done. 1-0 to Brito is sucked into the left center field alley. That's down for extra bases. Rolling all the way to the wall before Bradfield picks it up. Brito chugs into second. He's in there with a stand-up double and give the Braves 14 hits. Add some extra mustard. They are pouring on everything this afternoon.
And good for Brito right there. Continuing his on-base streak, which he did with his single back in the 3rd. That another rocket into the alley in center field. His 14th double of the year, which leads the team in that category.
A home run, a double. The Braves now with the runner on, 1 home, already up 9-0 in the top of the 8th. The batter is Corona Grauer, who looks at a first pitch slider down below the zone. And Corona Grauer has been a really big-time addition to the Braves lineup. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored for the Bravos in his debut this afternoon. A base hit could give the Braves an even 10 on the board. 1-0, swing and a miss. A sharp slider working down and away from the right-handed batter. Strike 1. The 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by Lama Vida. 2-1.
And that Horvath home run, 380 feet on the dot to straightaway left. 99 miles an hour off the bat.
Just an absolute blast. The 2-1. Down and away, but they're going to say that JKG swung at it, so now it's 2-2. Another Rutgers infielder added to the Braves lineup. Now 3 Scarlet Knights on what they're calling the Bourne Scarlet Braves. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. One of those Scarlet Knights, Chris Brito, leads off a second. With 1 out, top of the 8th inning, 9-0 Braves as they can taste the West Division crown. The payoff. In the dirt, he lost him on a slider down below the zone for ball 4. So how about the debut for JKG? He's on for his 3rd time tonight. Braves now with runners on first and second, 1 gone for Ryan Enos, who is secretly, stealthily, quietly just a triple away from the cycle, and this place would go absolutely ballistic if he can find a gap and leg out a 3-bagger. Braves already have a cycle on the season. That was Matt Shaw's at Hyannis. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1.
Come on, strike him out.
And his best opportunity, I'd say, is trying to put one into that right field corner right there. Make Eddie Park out there run for a while, who's a couple steps towards the alley.
If he's able to do that, I mean, this is the perfect game for the Braves. But he grounds it to third. Ketchup Fields goes to second for 1. Trotter's return to first is in time, a double play. So the Kettleers get out of the inning on the 5-4-3 double play, but it's not before Mac Horvath goes with some extra tartar sauce out to left field and gives the Braves a 9-0 lead here in the middle of the 8th inning. 9-0 Braves, that means the vibes have to be electric in the Braves dugout. Let's go down there and say hello once again to Ethan Frank.
They are, Calvin, and I think you have to give a lot of credit to what Scott Landers has done today. You look at how he's given guys a rest. Obviously, you have that scare with Bryce Evelyn in the 2nd inning. He's going to be okay. Matt Shaw out of this game, that's just to give him some extra rest because you're going to want him to play every single day as he has all season in the playoffs. And then you look at the arms that Scott Landers has used out of the bullpen, continuing to get new guys in action. You let Rob, maybe it was a bit of a risk taking Rob Adams out after only 4 innings, but that risk is paying off in a big way because you save his arm, and he has proven to be a very valuable starting pitcher for this Braves squad now. He could be available in just a couple of days to go ahead and start a postseason game, and then you get some of the new guys some game experience as they head in the playoffs while saving your big arms in Nigel Belgrave, Ty Cummings, Cameron Bye, guys of that nature to set up who could potentially follow guys like Seth Keener, Hunter Furtado, Bryce Cunningham in the playoffs. So Scott Landers deserves a lot of credit for how he's managed his bullpen and his lineup today.
The bullpen and the starters have been really good. Of course, so has the Braves lineup. 9-0 Bourne here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cooper Smith, the lefty out of Stenson, who finished off the 7th, is back out there for his first clean inning of work. Trying to get to it with a goose egg in the scoreboard. Braves with 9 runs on 14 hits. Katuitt scoreless on just 4 knocks. Bottom third of the Kettleers order here in the 8th. Here is Ryan Ignafo to lead off. The pitch. A looping breaking ball that misses downstairs. Ball 1. Ryan Enos started the scoring for the Braves with a 2-run home run all the way back in the 2nd inning. Braves scored 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Add that together, it's a 9-0 Braves lead. Get to it with just 6 outs left to play with. The Braves can taste the President's Trophy. 2-0. In the dirt, it is 3-0. So Ignafo in the big-time driver's seat here, trying to get Katuitt a leadoff base runner to lead off their half of the 8th inning. Smith, that's his pitch. Fastball in there at 85 miles an hour for strike 1. The lefty's 3-1. Inside, he walked him, ball 4. So Ignafo's on to lead off the 8th. A step in the right direction for Katuitt, but still the Kettles with a ton of work to do. Runner on, nobody out here in the 8th, but 9-0, the Kettleers trail it. as the sun is quickly starting to set here at Lowell Park behind the third base grandstands at a ballpark here in Kituitt that has no lights. First pitch to Bradfield, smacked the other way, but right at Taylor, who comes on and makes the one-handed left shoulder grab for the first out here in the 8th. Bradfield just slapped it the other way, but Lewis quickly into the ball game, makes the catch out there for the first out here in the 8th inning. One out, one on. Here is Caleb Ketchup, the third baseman. He's been quiet, up for just his third at-bat here in the 8th. The Stetson lefty sets his pitch. Fastball down and in, ball 1. 9-0 Braves here in the 8th. Braves offense with another explosion here at Lowell Park. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Braves scored a dozen runs in a 12-7 victory the last time these two teams played here. 9 tonight on 14 base hits. 2-0. In the dirt, 3-0. So after the leadoff walk to Ignafo, Smith got Bradfield to fly out on just one pitch. But to start the at-bat to Ketchup, he's tossed 3 straight balls. The 3-0. Fastball across the plate for strike 1. Smith, the 4th Brave used tonight, as Scott Landers looks to keep his entire bullpen fresh for the postseason. 3-1, lifted off the end of the bat into right field. Matt Horvath comes on and makes the catch at his belt for the second out here in the 8th. Ignafo remains on first now with 2 outs in the inning. Smith looking to dance around that leadoff walk for a really productive 8th inning. But he'll have to go through Tommy Troy, who's the toughest bat in this Kituitt lineup, a .320 hitter coming into play tonight. First pitch, up and away, a changeup that missed high, ball 1. Troy, though, in a little bit of a rut. 9 for his last 45 after hitting at the .388 clip earlier this year. 1-0, skied into right field, very shallow. Going out is the second baseman, and JKG makes the catch on the cut of the grass to retire the side in the bottom of the 8th. Josh Corona-Grauer puts the Braves back into the dugout. A really sharp inning after the leadoff walk tossed by Smith, and it is another inning where Kituitt comes up runless. 9-0, the Braves lead it, and they are just 3 outs away from their second consecutive President's Trophy. Just one more inning left to play here at Lowell Park. 9-0 Braves on the Born Braves Radio Network.
43 of the Braves' 44 regular season games this summer will take place on the Cape, but for the first time ever on July 25th, Polar Park, home of the Worcester Red Sox, will host a Cape Cod League game when the Bravos take on the Wareham Gatemen at 6:45. Gates open at 5:45, and admission is $10 to watch the Braves take on a West Division rival on an even greater stage.
The Braves are the reigning champs of the Cape Cod League West Division, but the West in 2022 is loaded again and as wild as ever. With 6 games against Hyannis, Wareham, Falmouth, and West Division runner-up Kituitt, it's a packed slate against division foes thirsty for revenge. To check out where and when the division matchups go down, head to our website, bornbraves.org, and check out the Bravos' full schedule.
After COVID-19 canceled the 2020 season and shortened 2021, this year will be the first since 2019 with a full 44-game schedule and an 8-team playoff. That means you can catch the Braves squaring off with each team in the West 6 times and each team in the East 4 times. It's a jam-packed slate for the Braves in 2022, and you can check out the squad's complete schedule on our website, bornbraves.org.
Grab your hot dog and your lawn chair. This is Born Braves Baseball.
9-0 the Braves all over Kituitt here in the top of the 9th inning back at Lowell Park with Max Tanzer. I'm Calvin Cristoforo. The Braves offense just erupting here tonight, and Kituitt has had no answers. 9-0 the Braves lead, and Kituitt and Mike Roberts goes back to the bullpen. Here's the right-hander, Jalen Patton.
Out of Georgia Southern, this will be his 6th outing of the year, 5th in relief. It's been a struggle for him. 6.35 ERA, 10 walks in 5 2/3 of innings work. So the Braves likely going to be very patient against the right-hander right now. Interesting, too, of the 6 runs he's allowed, only 4 of them earned 2. So looking to get some defensive sharpness behind him as well tonight.
They'll see the bottom third of the Braves order, Moylan, Taylor, Espinal. But a group, especially Espinal, who's had a lot of success tonight. Moylan just 1 for 4, but stung a single through the left, instead through the right side of the infield at 90+ miles per hour in the 4th. First pitch. Swing and a miss, a slider down and in for strike 1. A win tonight secures the Braves the #1 seed in the West Division, the #1 overall seed in the Cape League playoffs. They are just 3 outs away. The 0-1. Fastball off the outside corner, ball 1.
Moylan his last time up stung one the other way, took Carter Trice to the track in left field. Looking to get into one right here.
Moylan already a home run out of this ballpark this season. The 1-1. Inside, it looked like it might have gotten the pant of Moylan, but he's not moving anywhere. He wants to hit up by 9 runs, and now he's ahead in the count, 2-1.
That home run he hit, we touched on it a little bit earlier. I think it was back on the 7th of July. Hit it off the very top of the foul pole down the right field line.
2-1. Below the zone, 3-1, and that was one of the times where you didn't really think it was going to stay fair until you heard the clang off the big yellow pole out there down the right field line.
The apex on it as well. Skied it.
You definitely watched it fly, too. The 3-1. This is clubbed, but not as deep out to left center field. Bradfield still going back, though, in front of the warning track. He makes the one-handed catch. That one had some carry on it and some late life that brought the Katuitt center fielder all the way out in front of the scoreboard out there. But plenty of room for one of the best defensive outfielders on the Cape. Enrique Bradfield runs it down for the first out.
Took him all the way back to the bunting that's staggered in front of the flagpole out there by the scoreboard in left center field. And you said it, he has a ton of speed, an all-SEC defender out there in center. No better guy to have there to run that one down.
So one is gone. Here's Nelson Taylor, the pitch. Up and in. It gets Taylor at the letters for strike 1. Taylor knows nothing but winning here at Lowell Park. The 0-1. Smacked foul the opposite way over the Kettleers grandstand behind the third base dugout. During the rain delay on Monday, Nelson rattled off 5 straight cornhole victories. Did have an esteemed partner. Don't want to name names, but it was me. And here tonight, in his first time on the field at Lowell Park, his team up 9-zip. The 0-2. Fastball outside for ball 1.
What do you think he enjoyed more, the 5 straight cornhole victories or the 9-0 lead here tonight?
I don't know, because before the game, even with him being in the starting lineup, he was chomping at the bit to go run it back at cornhole. 1-2 above the zone, 2-2.
Maybe a little doubleheader after the game tonight? You guys bring it back?
Yeah, we need a spotlight over here because there's not much lighting. But if there's a will, there's a way. And if there's a Nelson Taylor, there's a winning. 2-2. This is hit high and deep to right field. Park's going back in front of the warning track. He pulls up, and it's the center fielder in Bradfield who makes the catch on another skied shot off the bat of Nelson Taylor. Everything you see now from the Braves, you think it has a chance just because of what the offense has done tonight up to this point.
And the wind has calmed down just a little bit. We saw both Enos and Horvath get into that jet stream. I don't think it played that much of a role. They were both squared up and shot out to left field. That one skied. Just missing underneath of it was Taylor.
So here's Alan Espinal looking to keep his perfect 3-for-3 night intact. First pitch swinging. Fouls it away into the first base grandstands right to our right. Clangs off the wooden bleachers here at Lowell Park, one of the aesthetic features that makes this ballpark just so homey. You got the wooded backstop with all the trees, no lights, wooden bleachers. Has that Field of Dreams type feel to it. The 0-1. Slider Espinal takes a twisting wave and a miss at it, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
And I love just the forest aesthetic as well. It makes you feel like you're so closed in, almost like you are on the farm in Iowa in the Field of Dreams right here. Of course, instead of, corn, it's trees, but all nestled in to one diamond.
Braves have loved to play here this year. The 0-2 to Espinal's chopped up the middle, playable for Troy. He ranges up the middle, gloves, fields, and tosses, and gets Espinal by a step to retire the side in the 9th. Braves go down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 9-0. Kettleers with just 3 outs to play with, and the Braves are salivating to try to grab their second President's Trophy championship in the past 2 seasons. 9-0 Braves, just 3 more outs to get in the Born Braves Radio Network.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
The 2021 West Division champs are defending their title. Now back to Born Braves baseball.
And the West Division champs 3 outs away from running it back as regular season champions in the West. 9-0 Braves, bottom of the 9th inning here at Lowell Park. The clock about to strike midnight on Kettleers in this one. And Scott Landers going to the bullpen, bringing on yet another new face. It's the right-hander from Rochester, a Liberty League foe in Nolan Sparks.
I'm happy to see it. And again, at Rochester this year, 11 starts, 61 innings of work, 3.10 ERA. It's not good in the Liberty League, but for Batavia in the PGCBL this summer, how about this? 1 earned run through 41 2/3 of an innings work. Just remarkable. As a starter, 8 starts and 9 outings in total. So this lineups we're seeing him multiple times through, and he was just dominant. I mean, a .22 ERA, that's unheard of.
The Batavia Muck Dogs. How about that for a summer ball name? Looks to carry that success here to the Braves this summer. A late addition to the Braves roster, getting his first appearance in game number 44 of the season, and looking to add the cherry, whipped cream, and hot fudge to a already dandy of a game for the Braves. Just 3 outs away from victory here at Lowell Park to grab the President's Trophy, awarded to the team with the best regular season record for the 2nd straight year. Completely different teams. Braves just with just 1 returner, that's Josh Moylan. But the success through a coaching change has been the same this summer. 2 different trajectories on last year's and this year's team, but this year's club looking to get sole possession of first place for the first time this summer in game number 44 of the season. Kettleers will start off with a pinch hitter. Looks like a couple of pinch hitters, maybe all pinch hitters here in this inning. Here's Calvin Harris, the national champion and Ole Miss catcher, pinch hitting here in the 9th. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Big time get up on that fastball at 92 miles an hour. Strike 1. Everyone's saying, let's go, Calvin. I'm just going to assume it's for me. The 0-1 to Harris. Big wave and a miss, and Sparks is bringing the electricity with that heater. Quickly ahead, 0-2.
And that's a explosive 92 mile an hour heater. Don't know if it's just because we've been averaging about 85, 87 today on the fastballs, but that's jumping.
He sets his pitch. Back to the fastball, caught him looking inside corner, strike 3. Oh, how about that for a Braves debut? Pew, pew, pew. 3 straight heaters through the zone, strike 3. Harris is down looking.
You and the haiku tonight. I mean, come on now.
Another pinch hitter here for Katuitt. It's the left-handed hitting Sam Aruda. The pitch. Wave and a miss. Back to that heater for strike one.
4 pitches, 4 strikes, all on the fastball so far.
Aruda, member of the Army West Point Black Knights. The left-handed bat swings with 1 out and nobody on in the 9th. The 0-1. Inside, ball 1. 9-0 is the Braves' lead. Ryan Enos clubbed a home run in the 2nd inning, and since the Bravos have not looked back. Trying to shut out Katuitt and put a statement at the end of this regular season slate. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1.
And when we looked at the schedule last week, we knew the Braves would have an opportunity to control their own destiny with Falmouth, Hyannis, and Katuitt. What ended up being in that order, and they've taken care of business.
Braves looking to run the gauntlet in that stretch. A lot of 1-run victories during that run. 2-1. Gets the inside corner, 2-2. Tonight is not shaping up for a close, nail-biting finish. 9-0 Braves. They are just 2 outs away from a President's Trophy championship clinched on the road at Lowell Park in Katuitt. The 2-2. Smacked foul in the hands. A good job by Aruda to just get a piece of that as he lines it over the Katuitt third base dugout. The count will remain 2-2.
How about this for your Braves debut? Yeah, go in there and close out to clinch just the President's Trophy. Garnered a 9-0 lead, but what a way to make an introduction.
The slow clap, usually heard at Doran Park, starts up on the road. Spark sets his 2-2. Fouled away again. The count will remain 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Braves looking to split the season series with Katuitt, 3 games apiece. That would make the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox the only team the Braves have a losing record against this summer. The Braves haven't beat the Red Sox 0-3-1. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, softly lifted into left. Here comes Lewis, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning, and the Braves are 1 out away.
No way better to finish it off than a complete performance like this. The pitching has just been tremendous. Shutout baseball through 8 2/3 has limited them to just 4 hits. Remember, this is the #1 hitting team in the league, the #3 scoring team in the league, the #1 slugging team in the league, facing off against the best pitching staff statistically. And they've taken care of business tonight.
The Braves can now taste it. 1 out away. Bases empty, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 9-0. The Braves lead it here at Lowell Park. The pitch. Up and away, ball 1. The batter is Josh Pearson, the LSU left-handed bat, checking in for the first time in a pinch hit role. Pinch hitting for Galaney, the first baseman who went 0 for 3. Spark sets at the chest. His 1 out. Foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 1. Sparks in his Braves debut, part of a plethora of Braves relievers who have made their first outing for the Bravos. Looking to close this out. The 1-1. Down and in. Pearson had to skip out of the way of that one. And now he'll climb ahead, 2-1. Braves faithful made the trip, and they are in droves here at Lowell Park. Looking to will the Braves to a President's Trophy championship for the 2nd straight summer. Here's the 2-1. Way up and out of the zone, 3-1. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 3-1 pitch coming here to Pearson. The offering. Fouled back. It's 3-2, and the Braves are 1 out away. 1 out, 1 strike. Yet to go for the Braves. A Braves team that for most of the summer found itself in third place. Snuck up into second with a win against Hyannis last night. And tonight, for the first time this summer, have a chance to sit alone atop the West Division. Spark sets. He's ready. His 3-2. Sky to center field. Plenty of room for Taylor out there. He's got it. President Sturdivant, no need to move that trophy. It's staying home in the Doran Park press box. For the second straight summer, the Bourne Braves are President's Trophy champions. And the road to the 2022 Cape League crown runs through Doran Park. Braves 9, Kettleers zip. This was an exclamation point. It was a statement. It was everything. The Bourne Braves are hungry, they're hot, and they are ready for postseason baseball.
And they are the first team outright to win back-to-back President's Trophy since Wareham back in the 96 to 97 season, so they make some history with an exclamation point tonight. They knew that they needed to win this ball game, but wanted to while preserving themselves for tomorrow. And if you're Scott Landers, this ball game could not have gone any better. You were able to piggyback your relief pitchers in, didn't burn any of your high leverage arms. You score 9 runs, everyone gets opportunities to hit, everyone contributes. Every starter got a hit tonight, or I should say reach base. Matt Shaw was 0 for 1 with 3 walks because they wouldn't pitch to him. This has just been the perfect way to set the tone entering the biggest part of the season, of course, the postseason.
And you do it on the road at Lowell Park. What a season capped off in the regular year for the Braves. This is a Bourne team that did not spend 1 second of one day in the first 44 games in first place. Not once. Tonight, after the end of the regular season, they sit atop the West Division. They sit atop the Cape. But the job is so far from finished. We have playoff baseball coming for you tomorrow. The Braves are the #1 seed. You want to win the Cape League Championship? You got to come to Bourne. It's the Braves, it's the Falmouth Commodores, and it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. These two teams have played tight all year long.
Absolutely, Calvin. We mentioned it. Majority of those ball games decided by 1 run, the other 2 runs. And then there's the outlier, the 10-3 Falmouth win. But if you go look at the last couple of meetings between these two teams, super tight, super close contest, a lot of controversial calls. These two teams are going to be fighting for an opportunity to get a step closer to the championship. Braves want an opportunity to repeat as the Western title and representative in the championship round and to try and pick up that ever so big trophy for the first time since 2009.
Braves all over the Katuitt Kettleers tonight, 9-0. They steamroll the Kets in their home ballpark. They will have home field throughout the postseason, and it starts tomorrow night when the Falmouth Commodores come to Doran Park for a 6 o'clock first pitch. We'll have the call. We'll be on at 5:40 for Doran Park. It's playoff baseball. It's going to be fun. We'll step aside when we come back. Ethan Frank talks to the headman. Scott Landers joins the broadcast on the other side. Braves winners 9-0. President's Trophy champs for the second straight summer.
Scott Landers is the new man in charge in Bourne. The new Braves field manager is in his first year at the helm at the Bravos and brings with him an exciting staff that includes World Series champion Jared Saltalamacchia. It's an exciting new regime of Bourne Braves baseball, and it's a team you're going to want to see for yourself. Go to bournebraves.org for the full schedule.
Tomahawk Talk is the official pregame and postgame analysis of the Bourne Braves. Hosted by the Bravos broadcast team, Tomahawk Talk provides pregame insights on game day on what Braves fans can expect to see that night. And after the game, the crew breaks down the matchup that was and looks ahead to what to expect tomorrow. It's Tomahawk Talk, and you can find it on game days on the Braves YouTube site, as well as at Bourne Braves on Twitter.
What's better than a summer night? A summer night with the Bourne Braves.
New regime, new players, new coach. Doesn't matter. The Braves are President's Trophy champs for the second straight summer. They take down Katuitt in a winner-take-all West Division bout by a score of 9-0. Max, Braves just led from start to finish.
Absolutely, and they set the tone early. The Ryan Enos 2-run shot out to left field, and they just continue to add on. I mean, once you got to the 7th, 8th inning, there was no question they were going to win this ballgame.
An exclamation point on a great regular season for the Braves. 9-0. Bourne finishes atop the West Division, in the road to the championship in 2022 has to go through Doran Park. We'll send it down to the sidelines. Ethan Frank's down there with head coach Scott Landers.
Thanks, Calvin. Here with Scott Landers, President's Trophy winners. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels really good. I'm just happy and thankful for the guys who have been here since day one. I got a great bunch of guys to go to work every day with. My assistant coaches have done awesome all year long, all summer long. So it's, exactly what we set out to do to start, and now we got to go through the playoffs and win the whole thing.
Today is the first day all season you guys have been in solo position in first place. How interesting is that, and what kind of credit can you give to the guys in the dugout for that?
Well, I mean, they knew what position we were in. It's a long summer, and, since week one, I've said this is a big game. This is a big game. To just stay the course, and they did that. And they've come together at the end of the year. We're playing our best baseball right now, so it's awesome, and we got to keep it going through the playoffs.
Absolutely. How do you stay grounded to not let this be the peak and keep on peaking through the playoffs?
I mean, I think the guys want a ring. They've been here for 2 months now, so a lot of guys want to go home and rest up, and now the fun begins. You've been here for this long, you might as well stick it out and win a ring.
Absolutely. You're taking on a Falmouth Commodores team that you went 3-3 against in the regular season. How do you think you guys match up against them?
I mean, I think we match up well with anybody. They got a lot of left-handed hitters. I think we have some left-handed pitching that we can throw at them. From offensively, defensively, pitching-wise, I think we're the deepest team on the Cape right now. So, we've held it together, and hopefully we match up well this first round.
Congratulations again, Coach, and thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, that'll do it for us. That is head coach Scott Landers. The Braves have won the President's Trophy. Calvin, back over to you.
Thanks so much, Ethan, and you heard Coach say it. We match up against anyone. Tomorrow they'll match up against the Falmouth Commodores, Max. That's a matchup that has got us on the edge of our seats all season long. The Braves' wins against Falmouth, all three have been by just a single run.
Absolutely, and you look at the games at Doran Park over the last couple of weeks here, they have been really tight. There's been a lot of fireworks, both emotionally and then both on the field as well. And Scott said it right there. The amount of lefties in that lineup. We saw the Braves throw out a ton of lefties over this past week. I mean, you look at Rob Adams, of course, who pitched tonight, was fantastic. If you could take advantage of that and try to eliminate the guys like Jared Walsh in the middle of that lineup, Peyton Stovall as well, it just gives you so much more of an advantage because the offense has been a little bit slow in the beginning of this week. They obviously broke out tonight with 9 runs. You hope that can ride some momentum offensively into the playoffs here. But if not, the pitching's been the strength, and they match up perfectly against this Falmouth offense.
Katuitt is the 2. They'll be home tomorrow against Hyannis. But if you want to win this title, you got to bring your best to Doran Park. The Braves are the #1 seed heading into the postseason, which starts tomorrow. No rest for the weary. Braves winners tonight. 9-0. They win the President's Trophy Championship for the 2nd straight year, and they'll host the Falmouth Commodores in round 1 of the postseason tomorrow. Oh boy, was this one fun today. Just repop that popcorn. Get ready for tomorrow. Braves win at 9-0. Playoffs tomorrow against the Falmouth Commodores. For producer Ben Spector, for Max Tanzer, for excellent sideline guy Ethan Frank, Calvin Cristoforo, we will see you tomorrow night back